moment you waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly in Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is G.A. Langaro, your DM for the night, and on this campaign we'll be using Tyranny of Dragons, which tells an epic story across two adventures. Our players have successfully thwarted the Dragon Cult's plans and Hoard the Dragon Queen, and now prepare themselves for the next chapter, the Rise of Tiamat. During the stream, we won't be responding to your comments while we are in play, as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. At certain points, we may try to go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six? And we're
Nobody
back.
heard that.
I don't know if anyone actually did hear that. I don't
think so.
I
The Viking trumpets were too loud.
think it's
Ready of that. But we are
Cheers
back.
to drinking. Damn it. Cheers to drinking. I need one.
Everybody drinking except me. I don't know. I just can't.
Hey, I did
Some
put
enjoy
some of the
drinking
energy
like that.
drink in here.
There you go. Whatever works. It's a mixer.
Yeah. It's all
Hey.
kinds of yumminess.
I mean, you do have to mix it to drink it, so.
That's good.
shaky.
But we're here. We got another game coming up. You guys are still down in the basement of Inarov's tower, fighting a kraken who has not been able to do a fucking thing thanks to the fucking bard. But that's where we left off last we played. Was there any comments or anything you guys needed to
I'm
discuss
captured and I
before?
I'm captured and I didn't even realize it until the last minute.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you were asleep when you got grappled. You're grappled by the Thanik wasn't grappled. You ran up there.
No, Thanik got thrown at Mal.
Yeah, but I think he came back again though, right? Isn't that why
Yeah.
he came back again? Yeah. Yes. And that's where we left off. So yeah, like I was saying, is there anything anyone needed to discuss or do before we start at the top of the order?
Just remember, Dubby gets the dubs.
Oh yeah, you didn't do your stream.
Oh yeah, should I do my? Oh yeah, I guess I could do my
Since
my
we're
whole
both
little
drinking
thing
it,
since
might as well.
since I haven't done it yet, but we can get into it, you know. So Council 6 now has a sponsor, W Energy Drink, and the microphone's working this time, unlike last time. I ordered some for myself to try it before I promote it. I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised. Don't really like energy drinks, but this one tastes really good. The flavor I want is Push and Punch. Marie is drinking right now Galaxy Grenade. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash or jitters like other energy drinks. Packed with vitamins, amino acids, 150 milligrams caffeine, and 0 sugar, W will give you the energy you need to get through your next D&D session. It is priced to come out about $1 per drink or less, much cheaper than most energy drinks, and you can get an additional 10% off your order by using our coupon code CO6 during checkout. The link for it is in the description below, so please go check it out. And that's where we're at.
clean.
Yay, yummy.
Yeah, I actually
clean.
looked up the ingredients. It's not bad.
No, like there actually are standards for like if you advertise something as clean, it has to actually have
Yeah.
like a certain.
Yeah, it's got to have detergent in it. That way it can clean
Exactly.
out as it goes through.
Yeah, just have some Tide in there.
Right.
And it's
Just
like-
get
it's like
some
drinking a
bubbles
Tide
going in the
bottle.
belly.
Won't hurt you.
I mean,
You'll
the
be
Gen
fine.
Zs were ahead of the curve eating the Tide Packs. You know, we were all right there.
Dude, it was a Tide Pod, you uncultured swine.
Sorry, I use them to wash clothes, not clean my insides. So
Hey, dude,
maybe
I never cooked better in my life.
Is it cleaner?
No.
Tide, the Gen Z
It is
Right,
laxative.
right out.
The lubricant too.
It is
Yeah,
neon.
Right,
It's
right
all
out.
blood now. It's interesting.
Burping bubbles and shit. You know, it's okay.
I just saw on the internet. Apparently, some people put Dawn dish soap in their washing machine to wash their clothes, and I was like,
Yeah, and that's people who have a foam party in their basement later.
Ooh, Sounds
No,
like fun.
apparently people do it all the time. But like, I want to do a foam party. That sounds like a fun.
Well,
Yeah.
to be honest with you,
Game.
what's worse than the wash machine is the dishwasher. If you put regular dish soap in the dishwasher, you
Oh.
will have a foam
I
party.
found that out the hard way.
Why am I
All
not
you remember is
surprised?
cleaning up the foam on the floor, and I got
Yeah.
yelled at.
Foam?
Yeah,
Foam.
foam. Yeah, it was all
Floam
over
used
the-
to be a thing. Do you remember Floam? Anyone?
Yeah, I remember Floam.
I remember
It,
Flo.
it had the bubbly letters that came in that package. It was like little balls inside this
It was
foam,
kind
and
of
you
like, yeah, it was kind of like slime on TikTok
Yeah.
now, but like had little balls of something in it.
right.
Ooh, little
and it-
balls?
Yeah.
for texture.
Yeah.
They
They look like those little pyrostyrene little tiny balls
Yeah.
that are filling for like some stuffed animals and stuff, but they're inside of this goo.
Floam.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's Stevie's turn.
Yes, it did. We did leave off with Stevie's turn. So
the
let's switch
beginning
over
of
to the other
Top
map
round,
here.
Yeah.
Let's change the music. And we are at the top of the
Excuse
order.
you.
with Stevie.
God damn it, Tiny. And let's chromatic orb this bitch.
Can I just remind you what your original plan was?
I remember, but Tiny's stuck in its grapple.
It's fine. She'll last a round.
She's squishy though, and
To be fair, he is
She's like
labeled as near
medium
death.
in
so-
the
so-
squish
so-
level. She's like in the middle.
valid, I guess, compared to everyone else. She is in the middle. Anyways, chromatic orb at the Kraken.
For those of you that don't remember, her original plan was she wanted to save and talk to the Kraken. Now she said, fuck it, I'm going to chromatic orb in his face.
yeah, with fire.
Hits it.
And then kind of so that's action.
Yeah, as you hit it, it's starting to bleed, and you hear it just let out this screech, and its tentacles are filling everywhere. Tiny's on one side, her cheeks are like this because she's getting sick. She's about to puke because she's just getting swung all over the place in the air.
The game is paused, so
Oh,
I can't.
Yeah, that might help.
Anyways, move over there. And then bonus action command my Drake to come over this way, which is there. I think it only has 30 feet of movement.
It can still take the dash action if you want.
Mel.
Oh yeah, it can. So I'm gonna move it.
Okay, yeah,
closer
go ahead. You can
to-
dash.
That's
Yeah, there's a wall right there, so you kind of got to go around.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, Mel.
So with this current situation, there is a juvenile Kraken grappling Tiny. All my friends are flanking it after trying to save it for so long. I mean, I'm into tentacles, but that one's a little young for me. Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Oh god.
I got kill steal with this. It's my calling.
If you steal this kill with that,
Oh,
I'm
it
gonna be
fails.
works.
mad.
But
I'm
yeah,
so
but it didn't.
fucking
But it
mad.
yeah, but it didn't.
Didn't kill it.
Didn't kill it.
Because it's still alive, on its next attack, that will be at disadvantage then.
Yeah.
And what? Tiny, get the fuck out of there! I need to be a part of it.
Okay.
All right. And next turn is the Kraken.
Yeah, enter. Sorry.
Okay.
It's gonna fucking dive, isn't it?
So it's freaking out, It's swinging Tiny around, and you see it start to take its remaining tentacles and start to splash it into water, and you see the water start to churn, and you see it start to churn there, and you hear it bubbling, and the other pool on the other side, and a pool on the other side as well, and the water starts to rise. And as a tidal wave surge, it shoots out and begins to flood and flow all over the bottom of this room as it uses its lair action.
I can swim.
I can fly. If
It's
I
not.
can get
It's
free.
yeah. Sure. It's not about flying or not flying. It's about why can I change this to an unprivate role? Okay, let me.
Can we talk about how Mal told them that they're too young for him and it got the Kraken instantly wet?
Okay, so ignore that first line because I removed that from it. It wasn't supposed to be part of it. But yes, a strong current moves through the Kraken's lair. So each creature within 60 feet must succeed a DC 23 strength saving throw or be pushed up to 60 feet away.
Oh, I
On
want to be
success, the
pushed
creature
away.
is pushed. Yeah, you are exempt because you're in its tentacle. So everyone wants to do a strength saving throw to
I
begin
could
with.
have easily failed that.
16.
Yes, 23. So
Great.
okay, so everyone needs to, except for Tiny, needs to be 60 feet back. So it's pretty much to the back walls here. Except you can't go into that pool,
Wait.
obviously.
Where's the tidal wave coming from? Is it coming from each
it's
of the
flowing-
holes or just from where it is?
It's from everywhere. Yeah, it's from all three holes, and it's flowing out, filling the entire chamber.
Would I get pushed back into the stairwell?
Well, he's pushing you back from him, so basically it would take
Okay.
you in this direction like this.
Fair enough.
So would that put Mal about here then? Would you say?
Yeah, I would say it would throw you around the wall, because you got to go as pretty much as far as...
Except in the water. Not in the water.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Oh,
have it
not
jump
in
you
water.
guys into water. Yeah. Because there already is water, so we're just going to say, I'm not going to make it more complicated by have you guys be in that swamp water over there. So it pushes you back 60 feet. And then now, because of this, you also have vulnerability to lightning damage because you're in the water. And the water becomes electrically charged. So all creatures within 120 feet of Kraken must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 3d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much in a successful one.
Kill us. It's fun.
Not a
So Tiny,
fluke.
because he's flailing you in the water, you do have to do this. You're not being thrown, but you do have to do the Constitution saving throw or take lightning damage because he's splashing you in the water.
5.
All right, so all of you fail. All right, so 3d6.
So 3d6 lightning damage, and because we're vulnerable, it's going to be double damage.
Yes.
5.
Well, I roll the damage.
No, I got 5, I said.
Okay, 16 total then.
Is that what we
Why
take?
did you roll
16?
as Mal?
Because I think I had him clicked.
So 16.
But yeah, so it's 16.
That's what I could see.
Yeah, as a DM, if I have one of you guys clicked and I roll, it rolls as you.
Nice.
So everyone takes 16 points of lightning damage.
All that
On that.
I need a ball calculator.
And this basically stays around for like many 20 rounds, basically. So each round, when it comes back to it again, it'll be there, as far as how I read it.
Cool.
Question.
Yes.
It says each creature in the water is vulnerable to lightning.
Yes, the whole area is
Including
flooded. You're in water.
Kraken.
No, the Kraken's immune to lightning damage. Nice try, but,
Well,
that's like saying if dragon breathes fire, does he take fire damage in his mouth? No.
Imagine how shit of a dragon that would be. Like, he's like, hear me! Ah, fuck!
Ouch!
Heartburn. So dragon breath this entire time has just been heartburn. That's what it's been.
The black dragons have acid reflux.
Mm.
Yes. Okay, Tiny.
All right, so they're not exactly 60 feet from me, right? They're as far as they can go, which is 30 something.
I mean, the closest thing to you is 40.
What's the
Stevie
furthest
and
thing
her
from
Drake.
me?
Stevie and her Drake.
What's the furthest thing from me?
The furthest thing would be Faerun.
At 60 feet? 65?
65, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you could see me behind the wall anyway.
Okay. Okay, it's 60 feet, so I can get everyone but him. All right, so I'm going to do 12 of the dead on him.
Okay. Let's see if he actually fails his saving throw for once. The only reason he failed saving throws is because Mal, forced him to fail saving throws. But that's,
Hey. Don't hate the player.
He has
hate the game.
disadvantage, right?
Yes.
From vicious mockery.
Nope, that's disadvantage on attack rolls.
Attack rolls, gotcha.
Plus, wasn't it till the end of his next turn, which just
Yeah.
ended?
Oh yeah, that's fucking gone. That shit's gone. Because he decided to be a shocky boy instead.
Did you do it yet? I see it there.
No,
but it
hold on. I'm trying to fix my stuff because remember last time it didn't do it right. It's supposed to be 2 instead of 1. So I'm fixing my stuff. Hold on. Let me just fix that.
Oh, you know how to do the formulas?
Yeah. I do know how to do the formula.
Also, we
I'm
see
learning.
60d10 go out.
Well, I mean, you're actually editing the spell itself, or are you putting it in a
Correct.
situation? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fixing the spell itself, so it's correct. All right, so let's try this again. It should say correct now.
Whoa, no.
No, that's
No,
not
I don't know what you
happened.
I don't
there.
think that's correct.
300.
But I'll take it.
60d10.
That was me.
See? You guys are so mean. You're just picking on me.
It still succeeds, no damage.
Fuck you, Stevie. That was hilarious.
I like how you all immediately thought that was Marie.
I mean, would we be
Listen, I wasn't
surprised?
looking at the thing. I just saw a million dice on the screen. I'm like, holy shit.
That didn't look like 60 dice though. Like
No, because
total.
the animation
Right.
can only fit so many fucking dice on the screen.
Right. You guys immediately started yelling at Marie. That's kind of rude. It was purple dice. She has the green ones.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
it's
succeeded. He
true.
got a 20.
Okay. So he takes no damage then, right?
No.
Okay. Damn, his stuff is way too high. I can't be doing that one. All right, but it's a cantrip, so I don't care. All right, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to do mass healing. All right, so we're going to mass heal 1.
I'm on the edge of that. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know, right? 2, 3. How many can I heal? I can heal 6 creatures. And I can't reach you, so I can't do you.
Can't see him either, so I don't remember.
He'll be a
Alright,
fine.
6,
They're
okay.
a wizard. They have naturally high HP.
Okay, do that. Yes. Alright.
Did you mean to target Thanik as well?
Yes.
Because he
Did
was
he
not
get-
targeted.
That's okay. I'll get it. I'll pop my 11 on there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, you salvage. Alright. And I can't move. Fucker.
No, you're
So-
grappled.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, before Faerun takes his turn, he uses his legendary action, and he flings Tiny.
Yay! I'm free.
Where is my button?
Cue Stevie with
Fling.
the catcher's mitt.
Thank you.
Yeah, he literally is flinging Tiny at Stevie.
Stevie would try to
so-
catch if that's a thing that can even happen.
Nope. It's not.
Didn't think
Steve is
so.
a catcher.
Yeah. So
No,
he.
she's a
so he-
pitcher.
wow.
Mal knows.
So he does
Damn.
fling. So if a thrown target strikes a solid surface, it takes blah 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 bludgeoning. If the target is thrown at another creature, that creature must succeed a DC Dexterity saving throw or take the same damage and be knocked prone. Let's see. So you're being thrown, so you're gonna take 1d6 damage for every 10 feet. That was 40 feet. So 4d6.
What's the DC on that strength save?
Hold on one second. So Tiny, you take 12 points of damage. And the DC is 13.
19.
Okay. So yeah, so so RP things you could say you caught her instead of
Basically, I caught her, yeah.
yeah.
So I
You
still
took
take
damage.
13?
No, you still take damage, yeah. Stevie just doesn't take damage.
I'm going to say she catches her with her spectral wings.
There
Because
you
that's
go.
fucking cool.
All right, Faerun.
How deep is the water that we are currently in?
It's about waist deep.
So is it difficult terrain?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna.
If you step
use
into pool,
my-
it's obviously deeper, but anything around a pool is waist deep.
I might just go for a swim. I think it's No, I'm gonna use my blessing, to teleport over here.
Okay.
And I am going to cast a spell at this Kraken. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 4th level.
Let's do this.
And, alright, D4. How many fucking darts is this?
6, right?
6. Yeah. Do I put it in situational bonus? I might.
For what? The additionals?
Do I? Yeah, sorry, I'm forgetting. Rolling them separately or just all together. I can just put them in the situational.
Yeah, you can
bonus
just put them in the
to roll it
situational.
all at once.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
you can just put them in situational.
So how you do it? Plus-
So yeah, you just put. So if are you doing 4 darts?
No,
I'm
total
doing
6.
6. Yeah.
6.
So it does one
Okay.
automatically. I
Yeah.
believe,
So you
just
so
the
then you can
default.
put So you can put
5d4 plus
5d4
5.
plus 1. Well, oh yeah, plus 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
20 force damage.
As the missiles
As a
fire into this Kraken, you see it roar and its tentacles flail and it just sinks into the swamp.
I'd be aiming for the eyes because I'm kind of sick of it by this point. So it's just like
Sure,
straight into the
sure.
brain.
When it's ice and it sinks. By the way, its remaining HP was 19. So you just one more over and you got it. So it sinks into the water and dies. And that is the end of the Kraken. And Stevie does have the crown that she took off of it. And it sinks down. Though you do see the water start to recede. So the bottom of the floor is visible again as the waist-high water starts to recede back into the pools from the magical flood caused by the Kraken in the lair. And that's where you guys remain.
Well, I have the crown. So that was a success. Now, how do we get out of here?
I believe we can wade ourselves over to the staircase once again and just climb.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the staircase doesn't actually go all the way up.
No. You guys did various things to get down. You did like
I think it's just.
Oh yeah, that's right.
spells
Can
and
we
random shit.
stay here for a breather break? I'm kind of tired.
In
You're
the
gonna,
water?
You're gonna prove.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
chuck
water's
a-
good. Water's good for us anyways. Water's fun to play in. It's fine. It's
that's
fine.
bad. I'm gonna chuck a black feather on the corpse of the kraken as it's sinking, and then say something in Elvish. But you said the water has subsided, so it's like mostly
The water in the floor. The pools
Okay.
are still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Mal's gonna go up to Faerun. High five! As I have minor illusion up, as there's 4 Mals.
I'm gonna minor illusion like 4 anvils falling down.
As you see, one of the mirrors actually duck because it's actually Mel.
Yeah, 3 of them are just
Oh.
fine. Then there's been
And my spiritual weapon is gone because it's only lasts a minute.
Yep, yeah, minor. Yeah, this drops very soon after that.
I mean,
Whoa.
So we tried having
Technically-
Thanic fly, that didn't work. Steve, you got wings. I can cast fly on you if you want to try getting us up this time.
Stevie has wings.
Yeah, Stevie has wings.
how does
And it was, I remember, it was just about
Yeah.
just under 100 feet up to the opening.
well?
It's also
I mean-
a new day. I can certainly try again.
I mean,
That's not
I
what
can
luck was last
I
time.
can fly up there, but I need a second. Maybe like give me a little bit of a break so I can clean up my wounds a little bit.
Yeah, we should probably take a bit of a breather, but
Does
I
the
can.
area seem hostile still?
I mean, this is right by a giant mother kraken. I don't know if this is a good spot for a breather.
Yeah, that's
It may be
fair.
better to move away from here, somewhere between this broken tower and those dragons.
I
So
really
I
like it in the water though.
don't know if I told you guys this, but I did learn how to swim. So
Good for you.
I maybe I can swim out that way. I don't know how the rest of y'all are gonna get out, but
Keep in mind, the bottom of this is 100 feet above the surface. So if you go into those pools, you'd have to swim down, over, and then you have to swim 100 feet up.
what is the rules
And it
for
would, and that comes up in the water where the mama kraken's at.
where the, oh no.
I shouldn't have said
No,
anything.
no,
I
no.
should have just let you go.
No, no, no,
Yeah, you should totally go swimming. The mother, I think, is on the opposite side of us. That should be fine.
I think you're lying.
I never lie.
So you said the
Confused.
only other way out of here is up. We can't use the stairs we used to get down here.
There, you didn't use
There-
stairs to get down. You
there were
guys
not
flew.
stairs.
You flew down. You Tiny flew down. You had wings, and other people like levitated. You guys did a bunch of other shit to get down. But there were no stairs. Remember, there was a hole. at the top.
Well,
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, I do have, this whole back end here. If Mal casts fly on me, I could maybe ferry you guys up.
The only thing I would be concerned with: how do we get Thanic up?
Well,
Here's
okay.
a crazy solution. You all jump into the bag of holding, hold your breath, and I fly up.
Well, I can fly up.
They can't all jump in.
Yeah.
The bag of holding only has a 500-pound weight limit. Stevie is double that.
Yes, but you can fly yourself, right? You can cast fly on yourself, right?
No, but I can levitate. It's the same thing. Yeah, unless you watched Jennifer's Body.
Levitate just lasts. You can go up exactly 20 feet.
Yeah.
But I can keep going on my turn.
Likely story. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I
How
mean,
hard does this look to climb? By the way.
There is no climbing. It's the
Oh, it's
stairs
just
are
a
gone.
straight. No, not like climbing stairs, but like fucking rock scaling.
The wall.
The whole the stairs you see there.
Yep.
That's the size of the opening up top.
Yep.
So the walls
So there is no
you see are
column.
Yeah, so there's
Right.
not like any handholds.
no.
or
You
anything
you have to be
up.
climbing the outer walls, which are 30 feet away from the opening. So even if you climb those, once you get to the top, the opening is 30 feet.
Awesome. Okay, that's where I was. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, centaurs, for the sake of carrying capacity, count as a size larger than they are, right? So, what is my carrying capacity as a large creature with
2
a
pounds.
strength of 16.
You're gonna make me look that up. God damn it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Doesn't it say on D&D Beyond?
What my carrying capacity is?
Mm-hmm.
Does it? I don't know. Look
Ooh.
it
Yeah,
up.
on the
I'm not doing it.
inventory tab.
Okay, 15 times Karen. 15 times your strength score.
15 times
Which is a
strength
lot.
score. Is that just for medium characters?
I'm looking into that right now.
So the
If you said
large
she
factor
has-
is just based on the size of
So-
the creature or capacity you can move. It doesn't increase the amount you can push or pull.
Yeah,
it's
so-
just
Nope, there's a
the
difference.
size
There's a
of it.
difference.
Yeah,
There's
so
a
equine
multiplier
builds
to
you
it.
count as
2
one
times that.
size, 2 times that. So
Yeah.
basically, my strength times what?
Okay, so hold on. You said your strength is what?
16.
So 240 times 2. You can carry 480 pounds.
480 pounds. So, how much does everyone weigh other than Tiny?
350.
And
Tiny can fly. She has her own wings.
I
Tiny's
said
fine.
other than
he
Tiny.
can cast flight. Can you cast flight on yourself?
Well, I was thinking Mal could cast fly on me, and so
And everyone just
what is my
grabs on
carrying
like a balloon,
capacity?
and she just.
Yeah. What is my carrying capacity again?
480 pounds.
Mine's
Okay.
540.
Danik is
for reference.
350. Mal,
No, I'm like 150.
Furin.
So that's 5. So automatically.
That's already Mel and Thanik already are over your capacity.
Yeah, no, I'm mathing
Yeah.
in my brain. Furin,
Yeah.
how much?
You'll
do you
most
weigh?
likely be able to kill your Furion and Mel.
I don't know. I don't
much
deal
you
with
weigh?
pounds.
You're an elf.
How
dude.
much
you don't
do you
weigh
weigh
that
in
much.
kilograms? How much does Furin weigh in kilograms? I'll do the conversion. It's 2.2.
Whatever the average is for an elf, that is what he will weigh.
I'm going to say the average elf is
Honestly-
probably around Mal's weight, maybe a little less.
Right, so I can
130 to
get
140.
Mal and Furin in one trip, and then
Banana-
Thanik and Tiny can
Yeah.
fly up.
Unless you're
Um,
trying to tell me as a a wizard elf, you're like buff, which I don't think. You're most likely quite
I'm
light.
like a super
so-
buff. My like
I can make a buff, I can
minus
make a buff
1 to
elf
strength.
wizard now. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Mal, how long? How
So
long
you're
does
strong.
that? How long
Yeah.
does that spell?
That
last?
8 strength minus 1 is deceptive, guys. I kill in the gym.
It's all about using the opponent's weight against them, so it doesn't really matter about my strength.
It's the competition muscles. You can't really lift anything. But, you know,
They look
oil me
good.
up and I'll win.
I've got abs, but like, how much does that help?
It's more of a runner than a grabber.
Yeah.
Listen,
run
last
with
Mick,
my
Mick,
abs.
Mickey's Mickey's rabbit folk. Her rabs are probably bigger than yours. So
Jesse.
yes.
Anyways,
Oh, that's a callback.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Look,
Fly
if
gives you
you
a
get
fly
me up
speed of 60
halfway,
Yeah, 60 feet.
I can
Right.
teleport someone.
so basically, I can just carry Thanik, or I can get him on my back, right? Because I'm a horse, right? And I can get him up and then come back within 4 rounds, which is 24 seconds. Yeah.
Or you just
Yeah, if we're doing it by rounds, because it's about 100 feet.
and myself
And
up, and I can
your
teleport
what's the
Thanik.
movement speed for your for flying? It's the same as your walking, right?
It's
No,
60 feet. It's just a flat 60.
60 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's two rounds to get up, 2 rounds to get down, 4 rounds. So that's 24 seconds.
Right.
And how long
So-
does the spell last?
10
A
minutes.
minute.
Oh yeah, you have more than enough time to do that.
Plenty.
Enough talking, more flying. Strums the cittern, slaps Stevie on the ass. Get us up there.
Well, I guess if you're gonna be rude about it, then hop on.
That's 30 seconds. Move fast.
Well, you're supposed to.
Fly my
And she,
Pegasus! Fly
throws
my
him-
Pegasus!
She throws him on her back. Furin, hop on.
I will sit behind Mal.
Oh, you're riding, bitch.
I knew that was coming.
You're not exactly controlling this.
Mal
Tony,
says
so-
as he's facing the wrong way.
I'm looking deep into Fearn's eyes.
No,
As I say
Mal is literally thrown across, just on his
Like a
stomach.
saddlebag.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm poking Fearn's nose with my tiefling tail. Hey, some people
All right,
love
so I'm assuming Tiny's just flying up on her own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiny's just flying up on her.
You fly up, Mel and Faerun, and then what? You're gonna come back down and get Thanik and
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Yeah, because that's well within my carrying capacity.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the whole rolls like I did with Thanik because you're just going straight up and down. So it's just
Yeah.
that's not a big deal. All right, so you guys fly up and you get back to the outside world.
We should.
Hey, that
And
was
this
a
is when I
nice-
asked the question of how every single one of you has like 50 foot of rope in your bags. Tiny could have literally flown up, tied rope together, drop rope down. I mean, I don't understand, but far be it by me as a DM to stop you guys from using up resources.
Have magic.
Feel free. Exactly.
Yeah.
And a
No,
DM,
no,
nothing warms the
Tiny's
dark
ability to
cockles of
tie
my
a
heart
rope-
more than to watch you
Tiny's
guys
ability
needlessly
to tie
use
a
up your
rope
resources.
Strong enough for Thanak and Stevie is.
You could have tied him down, handed it to her, and she could have flown
I
up with him.
weigh-
Come on.
I weigh
Mm-mm. Nope.
3 times as much as Thanik.
Yeah.
Trying
no.
to climb a rope.
Just,
And also, centaurs can't climb. I don't give a fuck if you have a climb speed or not. So,
I know. I keep saying it because it's just fucking
Yes.
ridiculous.
I actually have a climb speed, guys. Yeah, you have disadvantage.
Especially when you imagine a rock wall and she's climbing it as a centaur.
I
Yeah.
know. It's
You just see those
It's
back.
like
You just see those back legs
mountain goats.
dangling.
No,
You see
I
the
just-
back legs
like-
dangling as her hands
No,
and her
just like
front
just
legs
mountain
are
goating
going
it.
like.
Just mountain goating it.
Oh, so here's what it actually looks like. As Stevie's climbing a rock wall, you just see her human torso climbing it. It's always cutting off the horse frame for. So it's always a big mystery.
All right, you guys are back up at the top. What do you want to do?
I run over here.
All right,
because I
we
do not
need
want
to-
be near Kraken.
We need to rest before
Yes.
we go back
I
to the
think we
dragons.
should get a little bit farther away from the mom whose baby we just killed.
We literally rested right here before. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys did it right here. You guys did it over here, I think. But yeah,
yeah, it's like the last thing we did. We
Behind
rested.
here.
you guys did a long rest, and that's when the sword came out and chaos ensued, and Thanik went to another plane and all the other shit.
All right. So before we take a
Before
short
we
rest,
rest.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you don't want to like watch your character fly to the whole screen, you can just drag it to where you want to go and hit Alt and then let go, and then it'll like teleport you there.
I
Okay.
do like seeing my character fly across the screen.
Was it
though.
Alt?
yeah, it's fun. Before we short rest, let's stick a rock on top of the bag of holding where the sword is.
We're only going to be doing it
Also-
for like an hour.
I don't
so
care.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
none of us are
care.
going to actually
I
sleep.
don't care.
Can't trust it.
What are you guys talking about? I've never seen that sword leave the bag. No one's ever
Oh,
helped me
yeah,
up.
you're
you
so
don't
lucky.
Must be nice to be such a deep sleeper.
I mean, again, you guys are doing a short rest. It's not necessarily sleeping.
don't care.
All short rest
Stevie-
is no activity.
Stevie's paranoid as hell now.
Like you could literally
Happened
be
twice.
sitting around drinking a cup of tea, talking to each other, and that's a short rest. You don't have to be sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiny's just going to be bandaging herself up and drying her clothes off, wringing them out and shit.
Also, my Drake did I did kind of snap him out rather than. Oh no, he can fly out. He can fly out because he does have a fly speed now. He just
Yep.
can't use it when he's being used as a mount. Never mind. He flew.
Yeah.
What kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put the right one up there because that's the wrong icon.
I don't care.
So, short rest. Mal will sing you guys a glorious tune of our victory about slaying a juvenile kraken.
Before we
It
go
was
back
just
to
a
the
baby
dragons, though,
man.
you mentioned a book that talked about the crown, and that's how you found this place in the first place?
Yes, Mal has the book.
Well, if you still have the book, give it. I'd prefer to know what we're
You
giving
can't
them.
say please.
What's in it for me?
Well, I mean, if you want to go up a dragon and give them an all-powerful item, you can.
I mean, would you rather go up to a dragon and not give them the old powerful item they want? I feel like both are bad.
I would like to know what they could do with the item before we give it to them. It might be worth more than the sword.
Here, let me give you, I'm bad with books, but I'm great with pictures. PowerPoint presentation.
I'll trust your word or your pictures.
It's a picture of Faerun just absolutely buffed.
Keep your
I'm
fanfic
just
for yourself.
imagining Mal handing over a book, but it's how to kiss.
Fucking goddamn! I was gonna say that, but you stole that shit from me.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't say. I said nothing. I said nothing.
Damn it!
I said nothing. I said nothing.
Nope, it's
I
dead.
said nothing.
I give you the book.
Right. Is there anything else? Any other books that relate to this situation or anything that's going on that I should read?
I mean, you'll probably need this one. Then I give him How to Kiss.
Are you trading it to him?
I probably should do that, yeah.
I could give him another copy if you just drop in his inventory, unless you want. If you want to trade
Is
them.
Thanik going to give the information on Hazirawn?
Did you ask me?
I said, is there anything else relating to this situation?
Yeah. I've got the secret dust handed me some notes on the sort of how the sword was prepared, and yeah, I'll absolutely hand them over.
Let it be known that he did take How to Kiss better.
I don't know if I could not take it. I'm not sure.
That was part of the trade. It's like, I'll give you this book. Here you go.
I gotta remember if this is
Like
this is
stuck
in my
inside
inventory or
was
not.
how to kiss, which
Yeah,
is
How to Kiss
basically
there
like
is
a
just like a little
pamphlet.
informational pamphlet. Step 1, pucker your lips. Step 2, close your eyes. Step
yeah,
3,
mine's,
pray to God.
Now,
Mine's
when,
just-
do,
mine's
when
just
does
inside
wetting
and
the
stuff.
lips come into play?
You don't wet your lips. I'm good at
Just go
good
and
at
dry?
the lips.
Jeez, you just gotta go and dry.
Wet your
That's no
whip?
fun.
Why don't you? What if your mouth is dry? What if you
Yeah.
spent all day in a
You see, I don't
swamp?
worry about making these lips moist. I worry about the other lips.
Now, you're just hoping they're moist or what?
Hey, they gotta
Yeah,
be moister than an oyster.
Thanik, yours wasn't a
Mine's
book,
a
it's
journal.
a journal.
Yeah, so you made it
So I
seem
can
you
I can
access
just
to
make
it.
him. Yeah, I can just let him see it.
So I can already see it. And I'm gonna like speed read because I am a scribe's wizard. So writing and reading fast is my whole.
Mhm.
shtick.
Well, I mean, taking an hour short rest anyway.
yeah. I like power read.
Like for and just for expediency's sake, it's only 13 pages that he has, so you can easily read through those. As far as the book goes, since
Yeah.
Mel's had it,
If
I'm
it's only-
assuming Mel's bookmarked the sections.
I would hope so, but I,
I can
wouldn't
see
like.
him doing that.
There's just a book
Did he
mark that says
draw
this
in the
shit's weird.
corners?
Yeah, it's folded corners. He's got the
Yeah.
little colored tabs.
There's minor illusion, little color tabs that for some reason just never disappeared. It's really weird.
Is the Hazirawn page? I can't remember if you said it was in Netherese or Common.
I had those pages in common.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Thanik sure as fuck can't read Netherese.
Can he read Common?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not Grog. He can.
I have an 11 intelligence.
That's pretty good. I think that's more than Mal. So
Get fucked! I have a
Actually-
13
he
bit.
can read better.
All right,
he can
all
read
right.
better than you can live. Let's put it that way,
I was
Faerun.
the smartest man till you showed up and stole my thunder.
I have good wisdom, but my intelligence sucks.
you only need one or the other.
Thanik can read better than you can lift, Faerun. Do you even lift, bro?
I mean, I get spells to help me lift things, so I don't know. Can Thanik lift a 500-pound thingy into the air?
Technically
Hold it
speaking,
there?
my carrying capacity is more than hers, and I can push carry lift almost 1,100 pounds.
All right,
But
let's see
you
if you
can
can
get more
push,
than
carry,
that.
and lift while you're floating in
Wait,
the air.
wait,
man, and
wait,
you have
wait,
nothing to hold
wait.
on to.
He can hold it. He's just not very. He's just not very dexterous. He kind of
My
flounders
carrying
around.
capacity is 540, but my push carry lift is 1080.
Right.
Is the push carry lift
1v1,
twice
no
carry?
items,
Right. It's just
final
like the Olympic powerlifting. You know, it's just the. he can do that at 1,100.
Once.
By the way, anyone who is actually like using hit dice for this short rest, I am doing Song of Rest.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is anyone using hit dice, by the way?
forgot.
Yeah, I
'Cause I'm
did.
not. Okay.
Is it a D8?
It's a D6, and I'll just roll it for everyone.
A D6?
A D6. It's not Bardic
It doesn't-
Inspiration dice. I don't get that yet.
But it
It
does
doesn't-
increase.
It does
at
increase,
certain
just not
levels.
yet.
Not at
actually
the same
just gonna
rate as
take-
Bardic Inspiration dice.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll take it.
I'll just roll 1 hit dice and take the extra 5.
I feel that was Faerun calling Mal a failed bard. That's what that sounded like to me.
Oh, Mal's the most
Yes.
successful of bards. I shut down so many of Lunga's encounter. I have peaked.
That was
Plus
a little
one
fourth wall there, but that's okay.
D6.
Everything's this wall. Because we're drinking W. It gets you the D's, man.
Yep.
I'm peaking fucking
Yeah,
showing
that's
this
fine.
shit.
Hey, as long as it keeps me awake, I'm happy.
There's other ways to keep you awake.
Yeah,
just
this
can't
I
do
can
it
do
while
on
we're
air.
streaming.
No, last time it put me to sleep.
The best way to keep anyone awake is to fold your hands and just pray to our Savior. Flying spaghetti monster.
It sounds like a very
You know
tiring
who
way.
also stayed awake? Our Lord and Savior in the Garden of Gethsemane. Anyway,
All right.
Welcome
Are you
to
guys
the
done with
podcast.
your
Just got
done with
religious.
your short rest?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm all
Or does Faerun need a little more time to actually read this stuff?
Oh, no, I've already read them. I just, in character haven't read them, so I didn't want to...
That's what I meant. Faerun. All right, so you guys are making your way back towards the dragons, then I assume.
No, not yet. All right. What do we know about these dragons? They're, what, brothers, you said? They said? Do you
I
reckon
mean, I
they're
think-
twins?
I don't know.
Given their fascination with these crowns, it's heavily implied that they probably are.
Yeah,
work for
I'm
the
not
cult?
sure giving them these crowns is a good thing.
Have you tried
They
putting the
become
crown on
quite
yet?
powerful.
What powers do having both of these crowns grant?
Typically telepathy, so like they can be in constant communication with each other.
But
constantly
if they are
communicating already?
twins, they're able to cast spells through each other.
Yeah, and I think they each have opposite ends, right?
But also, the Lich person that created them can control anyone wearing the crown as well, if they're still around.
If he was alive, yeah, which is undetermined. No one has seen an Arav in hundreds of years.
Exactly.
Mal
I mean,
rips
we'll
his
just
face
leave
up
it
to reveal
there.
his true identity as an
Minor illusion, another anvil.
I'm just imagining Mal minor illusioning that, and then Faerun minor illusioning an anvil on him.
And also, reading that script about the sword, it has a safe phrase to stop it in its track. Have you tried that yet?
It seems that the safe phrase is supposed to be prior to attunement, rather than post attunement. If you attune to it without the safety phrase, then you're in my situation essentially.
gotta
Where you
remember
become
to use protection.
evil.
You gotta use protection. You gotta sheath your sword, man.
If there is some sort of way, damn you, Mal. If there is some sort of way to magically unattune me from this,
Well,
then
yeah, we can
I
do
should
that. We just
safely
need to
be able
cast
to
Remove
reattune.
Curse.
Do you know
And
that
will break
spell?
attunement. What do I look like, a priest?
Well, then what we need?
I mean, I
to
can
book.
learn to spell, but it'll cost money.
Um,
But you got Tiny. She can learn
yeah,
it.
I can
This
learn.
is
I
when we
have-
mentioned
I
that's what the
know-
Principe
I know Remove
Antiquus
Curse.
is for. It does tell you things. That's the whole point of Principe Antiquus. That's the book that you guys are trying to get.
I mean, I have Remove Curse. That's a spell I already know. But is it a curse? Can I remove it? I could try to cast it on him and
I
see
mean,
what
a
happens.
minor one, it would probably
If
work.
it's
This
a
shit's
cursed
pretty heavy.
item,
This shit's
it's hard
pretty
to
heavy.
tell whether this is cursed. The book makes it seem, though, that it's just a living person inside the sword.
I mean, yeah, I can cast it on him if that will make him unevil again. I would love to do that.
I mean, it's no harm in trying. It's just a spell slot.
Yeah, I have no problems with that. Let's do that. Let's try to make him unevil by removing this curse.
Do you have it prepared, though?
Yes. It's a prepared spell of mine.
That's convenient.
You hear a soft melody start playing as Mal is trying to set the mood. It is completely out of key, though.
Underscored occasionally by tink, tink.
Yeah, trying to fucking one-hand assist him as I throw a rock.
Okay, so you try to do remove curse.
Touch him, holding my holy item, floating in the air, whispering to myself.
Yeah. Sure. Thanik, I need you to do a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that'll go swimmingly.
Stevie's literally right here when this is all happening. Faerun is not.
19.
Who's Faerun? You're holding the bag of holding, right? And you say you were holding it, or did Stevie give it to you, or did Stevie keep
The
of
bag.
holding?
The bag of holding with the knife in it.
I think Faerun still had it.
Okay.
Faerun, you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I was saying I don't remember picking it up, but I do remember asking for it while we slept.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't clarify what I meant. Is it you hold on to it, but when we sleep, keep it near me.
Okay.
But I mean,
So
I can have it if we want.
Who? You guys tell me who has it.
I think
Faerun
if we were trying this,
would've
Stevie
given it
would have
back.
given it to Faerun to hold on to.
Faerun
I'm
has
gonna
it.
aim the bag. I'm gonna aim the bag at Mal. Just in case.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So if Faerun's holding it, Faerun, you need to do a give me a strength saving throw.
Nice. My strongest stat.
Fear's just behind Malice. He's just minding his business. Like, oh, there's my work, actually.
Oh, not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, could be worse.
All right. So as you cast remove curse, Tiny, Thanik, you start to feel your hands throb horrendously. The pain like drops you to your knees, and you take a 1d6 damage, which is only 2. Okay, so you take 2 points of damage as you feel the throbbing. It does drop you to your knees, though. Faerun, the bag of holding starts to vibrate, and you're feeling it. You feel it, the sword or something trying to push its way through. You try to grab the ends and you try to keep it closed, and it just pops open, and the sword shoots out, narrowly missing you, and flies towards Thanik and runs right into his hand. Thanik, with your saving throw, however, you feel Hazirawn trying to once again sway control over your body, and you just barely able to eat with this pain on your knees. You're just able to push him off, and he's like, "Give it to me, give it to me. Your body is mine." But you're able to push him back into the sword.
Not this time.
Hey, did you
but
guys know the sword can come flying out of the bag? Shit's crazy.
But so basically, Tiny, your remove curse did not work. All it did was force their attunement bond to rejoin again. So it was not able to do anything as far as remove curse goes. But Thanik, you are standing there holding House right now.
I will equip it.
I was just gonna, wander over here for a little while you guys sort that out. Go take a piss.
Tiny's gonna take a step back.
There is your line of questioning, Faerun, is a good one, and if it's deemed more worthy for these twin grounds to not fall into the hands of the dragons, I can bear this curse if need be.
Bullshit.
It may prevent me from continuing forward for the safety of you all and others. But I can bear the weight of this curse if we already have a cult, though damaged, trying desperately to bring back the dragon goddess, a lich of some kind having the power of 2 dragons underneath its spell is just as terrifying. We don't
But
need 2
you
drops
turning
anywhere.
evil and joining their side is not helping us.
I don't think I'm in any danger of joining their side, especially if I were to sequester myself away from
Panic.
everyone.
Dude, you killed a kid.
Yeah.
Tried to.
No, Thanik. Do you not remember how the sword made you go into the barn to kill the children? Even if you sequestered yourself, I highly doubt you would stay there. The sword would make you go somewhere and kill
30
other
miles from any civilization is plenty to ensure. This thing has not been able to possess me for that much distance. And besides, what sort of damage can I do as
Thanik. What other
I'm
choice
just
do we
saying
have?
it might not be worth it.
You fool. You think you can control me, and you swap places.
Does
once
Stevie
again.
notice this happening?
Yeah, you
Thanek's
could, I would
complexion,
say
I
if you want,
should
give me a
change.
perception check, Stevie, because there is a change in his eyes when it happens.
I mean, Tiny was looking really closely at him too while she backed away
Well.
because she didn't trust him.
Yeah, with 12, I would say you do notice the eyes kind of flicker and they turn kind of a blackish.
Immediately
sign. And
swing at
his-
him with my flail.
Yeah, and his mouth does have a more cruel smile to it than you normally would see on Thanik.
Yep, I'm swinging at him with the flail. Yeah.
You were able to hit Thanik, my god.
Mhm,
That's an
mhm,
accomplishment.
mhm,
Handily.
mhm.
You can't hit a train dummy,
Thanik,
but you can hit
or
it.
I should say Hazirawn, you now attack as well.
Does it not
Righto.
force any sort of save for him?
Mm-mm. Not yet. I do this as rounds.
Valid.
Ah,
Nah.
hot miss.
Yeah.
Natural.
He
Ah!
misses. Since
Ezra sounds good.
Stevie went first, this would be the next round, so you can go again, and if anyone else wants to do anything, you can.
Tiny is going to try to use her. She's going to take a little bit more step back. She's going to try to use her thorn whip on him.
Mal's just in a corner taking a pistol, so he hears combat. Fucking knock it off, guys!
Can I try and grapple him?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you can try.
We're gonna see. It's an athletics.
25
Yeah.
is good though. And I can oppose athletics.
Can I pull him away from
14. Yeah,
Stevie?
you got me.
Whoa!
I mean,
I'm
because
grappled, so
you
if
did the
pull-
thorn whip. I'm gonna say this. 1 second, Thanik. So Stevie grappled him first before you took your turn. Okay.
Okay.
So she grappled him. So if you're thorn whipping him, she's holding him, and you are also wrapped him with the thorn whip. So if you were to try to pull him at this point, you would have to bait Stevie on a strength deal. If your goal is to pull him out of Stevie's arms.
And you
Okay.
see that Stevie is grappling him. She literally
Okay, never
has him
mind.
in
So
a
I'm just
fucking
gonna
headlock.
hit him instead.
Okay. I mean, you could say it's wrapped around him, so it's like you're both holding him.
Okay.
It's like double holding.
Can I run in and chuck the bag of holding over the sword?
It's in his hands.
Yeah, he'll lose a hand. It's fine.
Yeah. You can give it a try because remember he's grappled, but doesn't mean he can't move. So I would say it would be a Dex face off.
Oh, that's what I'm great at. Do I need a dex saving or dex check?
Dex check because you're trying to. I mean, it could. You're trying to dodge.
It's the same.
Yeah.
9.
And as far as you trying to put the bag over it, that would also be some kind of Dex based deal. Acrobatics. Or just Dex. Oh, yeah, no. So you try. So you run over there, and you're like, and you miss completely as Hazirawn goes, whoop, it just misses, and you miss completely.
So,
As it does that.
because everyone else has had some madness to do here. After just hearing all this madness, Mal picks up his pecker, walks 5 feet over, sees
pecker?
this absurdity.
He was
He was
peeing.
peeing.
Yeah, he's taking a piss over the
Oh,
corner. That's
okay.
what's going on. So he wraps up his pecker.
Well, he said picks it up.
What?
It's like, did you drop it? I was like,
Plot twist: Mal's been a eunuch too.
it's detachable.
It's a prosthetic.
He borrowed Stevie's. It's okay. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, Mal's gonna be like, "Can you guys stop doing this shit already?" And I'm just gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Holy
I'm
shit.
casting this with a Sisseton. Everyone makes a wisdom save at disadvantage because it's a charmed effect.
Oh, I need to make another one.
Even your Drake. He's like, fuck your Drake.
could aim it, so Stevie's not part of this.
I got a 19 and a 21.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. The 20.
God damn it!
That's so stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
So now Stevie, who had previously had him grappled, is now incapacitated, and Thanic is not.
Yep,
You know
now
what?
he's free.
That's I was not
But
expecting that to
Tiny-
go like that.
Oh,
actually.
shit.
Tiny still has him.
Yeah, in a thorn whip.
Yeah, you are Thorn Whipped. Which I know Thorn Whip pulls, but is that a grapple effect on Thorn Whip as well?
I think it's just a pull. I don't think it's a grapple.
I think it's just a pull.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. I'll say if you want to retroactively use the pull, not as Stevie let go, you can. If you want to pull him 10
Yeah.
feet, you can
Yeah, I
do
want
that.
to pull him 10 feet back towards me.
Okay. Now, Thanic, you can do your intelligence saving throw.
Where's all them fucking 20s and stuff? Not there. Not there at all. Not there, not present.
You are inside. You are inside the sword, and you feel your hold over your body weaken even more. As Hazirawn grins gleefully, now freed from Stevie, and gets pulled closer to the softer ones of the group.
I'm also little. I could dodge.
Yes. So I guess we're going into a next roundish here. Stevie, you are hypnotic patterned or whatever.
So, in my defense, I can drop this spell anytime I need to. Seeing that Thanic is about to fucking do shit again, it's like, okay, that didn't work. Cancel.
Drop concentration.
Do we need to roll initiative or something?
I mean, it's almost getting to the point where we might have to here, but it's
It's a
I'm
fight
gonna
with
go up.
Let's just
Within
do it
go
based
up
on
and-
Dex modifier, so I go before Thanic.
I'm gonna go
well.
up.
I'm
and
just gonna
grapple him
kind of go in the
again.
same order. Stevie went first out of all of them, so go ahead.
Go up and grapple him again.
Fuck, I wasted so many spells.
Submit to me. Anyways,
I don't feel comfortable calling you Thanic at this point. Hazirawn, what are you gonna do?
So, seeing two people in front of me, I'll say
Jump.
I'll roll a d4 evens.
no, I'm grappling you. You have to.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I missed that. That's this.
You have to beat a 16.
Well,
Nat one. Nat one.
Whoop!
Damn it!
25.
Silvery barbs again, because it's a new round.
Hey! Hey!
Well, Tiny did go right after her last time. So, Tiny, what are you gonna do?
I am going to.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Stevie, you get an advantage on your
Wisdom
next round.
saving. Or it might prompt it whenever if you target me.
Yeah, I'm targeting you, so hold on.
I see like three. I see 2 dots, 3 dots over Thanic, 1 dot over Stevie. What's going on here? I'm very confused.
The one dot over Stevie is me.
Okay. I should look at that menu more often. It tells me the color codes.
So he succeeds. What does that mean?
So I'm not held.
Yeah.
So since
He's
Stevie's-
busting out of
since
all of
Stevie's
this
right there,
confront. You guys are trying to hold like literally the strongest
All of it,
guy of the
except
group.
for I
But
am the
it
second
worked
strongest.
before. It's not. It's not
Yes.
outside the realm of
That's
possibility.
called luck.
But I missed Stevie again.
Missed again.
Fucking right you do.
Faerun and then Mal.
Fearon, you go first.
You're also muted, Furin.
I mean, that was the order. You can't change it now. All right. There's a couple things we can do. Let's try the failure of my spell's banishment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, nah, it's failed too many times on him before.
But it
mine
did work
hasn't
last
been.
time.
Yeah, but that was after I wasted a spell slot.
You failed.
Proceed this
Wow.
time.
Okay, he's banished. Yay, he's
Again.
gone. Thank God.
Okay, so Thanik, you are on the other side again. You can roll your intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Oh, okay, I'll roll again. Not that it's going to matter, because as long as I click this button, it's sub 10. Dub 5s.
How long was the banishment again, Faerun? Was it 10 minutes?
A minute.
Yep.
A minute.
10 rounds.
One
Okay.
minute.
So yeah, I'll say you get 3 saving throws while you're banished.
Okay. At advantage.
Yeah.
12. 3 more or 3 total?
Well, if I do the 6-second thing, technically you have 10.
I mean, I'll
But-
roll them. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to get
Yeah.
it. That's 3. That's, 19. That's okay.
That works. That one works.
Okay.
Okay, so the
You're
minute
all your
pass.
20s, damn it.
Thanik comes back. You are in control of your faculties again. I will say this:
Perception.
despite your bravado last when you were speaking, how you had us under control, you are feeling that it's getting harder and harder to. Not that you have lost control, but it's getting harder and harder to maintain that control.
The moment he blinks back in, I'm perception checking to see if he's back to himself.
Yeah, you see his eyes back to his softer eyes, the face.
You
just
kind of
more
like-
him. It's yeah.
Has her flail and kind of like,
So as I was
Faerun? The bag.
As I was saying.
after we were so rudely interrupted by this bastard, if I need to go, then I will just go. You see how this lasted about 30 seconds? If protecting those crowns is more important, then I'll go.
Tiny's gonna sit down, crisscross applesauce, chant, and like channel divinity to get some of her spell slots back because she's tired. And you guys are draining her. She doesn't trust them.
Can I say I want to say thank you to Dylan for just giving me excuse to keep wasting everybody's resources. Because that is literally the goal of a DM is not to kill everybody, it's to waste as much resources as he can.
Yeah, Stevie kind of like gestures to Faerun to bring the bag of holding and like hands it out. Does Faerun bring it to her? No?
I'll mage hand it over.
Valid. And she'll like hold it out to Thanik, like just give him a long hard stare.
I mean, I'm not trying to keep it. But
And
clearly
you like-
it still has a hold.
I think we have a better chance of these dragons are working with the cult, right? We have a better chance of defeating them with you, even if they have the crowns.
The only thing I'll follow that up with is don't you think big Netherese general, big shit on fuck mountain, would absolutely love the opportunity to slay a dragon?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we give, even if we give these dragons a second crown, we stand a better chance of defeating them if we have you with us rather than 30 miles out in the middle of nowhere.
Or, as Faerun has proposed, we leave from here with this crown, and I go.
Well,
No.
if they can sense the crown, then yeah, we'll be
They already know we have it.
pursued. Most
Can I look
likely.
at this crown?
No.
Stevie
Oh,
has it.
Stevie has it. Stevie has it. If she,
Can
like,
I see the crown?
yeah.
Mal would actually like to look over the crown. And because I'm this guy, I want to put the crown on just to see what happens.
Oh my god.
If
Grace, no!
I see if I see him trying to put the crown on,
Yeah, go ahead.
Is going to interject.
You can try.
I can try.
Did Mal come over to Stevie?
Oh, yeah, I'll be over by Stevie. Oopsies.
Yep.
Okay, so you putting the crown on, Mel?
Of course.
Okay, so Mel grabs the crown, he looks at it, and he just puts
Can
it on.
I
As he does,
shove him before it reaches his head?
Can you what? Shove him?
Telekinetically shove the crown, like, away from him.
I would have to. I mean, first I would have to say if Mel, like, were you taking your time with him, Mel, or?
I'm all like, oh yeah, can I look at that? And then just as soon as he gets it, like, looks it over, and then
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I know a
fucking
bard
massive
when I
shit.
see a bard, and if he's asking to look at something, it's never just a look. He's like a child. He's gonna.
dude, you can
touch
try an
it.
insight check me to see if I'm telling
Yeah,
the truth or not.
I would say that. Yeah, I would say that to be a check.
I don't even need to do an insight check. I just already don't trust.
Well, at any rate, you can still do it, but it's not going to happen before the crown hits his head. So the crown hits his head. You automatically see his eyes turn white. His eyes disappear, and his mouth is just agape. Wisdom saving throw, Mel.
Awesome. I'm great at these.
Oh, this motherfucker gets wisdom. Huh? That's how we're gonna play? This motherfucker gets
How
wisdom?
wise is
I
it
can
to
get
put on
mad
this
about
crown,
it today.
Fennec?
My family is on vacation. I'm getting loud as fuck
10.
about that.
Okay, so you put it on, and suddenly you hear there's a flurry of images and thoughts pounding into your head of a power and an intelligence that's just above your understanding. It's you start to drool, and your teeth start to chatter, and your body starts to shake a little bit as this psychic assault, and you hear a mighty roar, and you see momentarily the face of that black dragon, of the brother outside that you saw as it roars into your brain. And you take 1d10 psychic damage.
Oh, that's not.
And why did it roll as you?
No, you didn't let me finish. It's 1d10 psychic damage and 6d12 force damage. Oh no!
No. Yeah. No, so it's 10.
Awesome.
So you take 10 points of psychic damage. It does knock you down, and the crown falls off your head.
Stevie
So you're
picks it up
released.
immediately. What do we learn?
We learned a lot. That is powerful as fuck, guys.
I'm pretty sure we already knew that.
I
What
mean,
did you see?
I saw the dragon. That was terrifying. I'm so
The
fucking
one
drunk,
that-
Jesus.
And
The
as
one
we
that had the
explained
crown
before,
already?
that the two
He
people
seemed
wearing
angry,
the
but
crowns
the other
are
one seemed angry
connected,
too.
so not a surprise there.
Did you feel a lich?
And you did like feel, since you had this psychic link with this dragon, you did hear its name as Waver Endor.
I learned his name is Wave of Wendor. And I'm not gonna lie, he was looking a little
How
fun
do you
looking
spell
back at
that?
this.
Male, can you
And it
keep
was the
in your
dragon that was
hand
on
for,
the
like,
top of the cave
a
growling,
day?
not the one that came out of the cave.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that they know we have the crown. If we don't give it to them, we're fucked.
Oh yeah, they definitely know that now. That's why I put it on. So there's no negotiation here anymore.
Can't
I didn't
say
put that on because I thought it'd be a good idea. I put that on so to make sure they knew we have it.
I can't really say I agree with your methods, but the outcome I can't disagree with.
Hey, it's not about the steps we take to get there, it's the end result.
So we have to give this crown to them.
No.
There's no or.
It's not my decision.
I will make a deal with you. You can walk away with the sword and do anything you want if you can take this entire thing of spice in less than 2 minutes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my constitution is fairly high. However, it's less about me. It's less about me wanting to walk away, and more the choice between what's the greater of two evils. If everyone here is willing to give up that crown after seeing the consequences on Malamos, and is decides that Principe Antiquus is worth it, then away we go. But if it's not, then away I go, and you all can choose to do as you please.
It's not that bad. I barely felt it.
Well, then away we go.
I'm just laughing at Tinka on Bryce's shoulder. Just
Yes. Adorable.
This is
I'm
my
so
ghost right now.
jealous.
It's a
I'm so
lovely
jealous,
familiar.
Daddy. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, this,
We're
yeah,
not
I'm-
getting. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I want one.
What kind of
Daddy.
wizard are you? You don't even have a familiar.
I'm so jealous.
So I mean, regardless of if we want to hand over the crown or not, they already have one of the crowns. So I don't think it really matters much if they have the second. Like, there's not that much to be gained.
Jiren, Mal, is your reading telling you something different?
Would I have a lot to gain from getting the second crown?
But here's the thing. Telepathy itself, they could talk. That's terrifying, but there's only so much they can do with that. I don't know black dragons that well, but I don't think they're well known for their spellcasting ability. From the looks of it, they're very
All dragons have magic.
No, they don't. That's
The
They
weakest
mentioned one
spellcasting
of the
dragon is more powerful than a high-level wizard.
They've invented
Mal,
magic in a lot of parts of the
shut
world.
up. Dragons can do a fuck ton of magic.
They can fucking do magic?
A lot of it.
Really?
Dragons are
They
really good at
magical
magic.
beings.
Are they?
Yeah.
I still
Obviously, they don't teach you this in Bard College because you're too busy, I don't know, fucking the teacher or something.
At least I can get some.
Wow.
You don't know my
Emotional damage!
You don't know my life, okay?
I want to inside check Faerun to see if he's ever got some.
Oh my
This
god.
is what this game has turned into.
Net one!
He 100% is the biggest Chad. Holy shit.
I never looked at you
It doesn't
this way.
matter what he's done or hasn't done in your mind. He was a sex god before he met you guys.
A minor illusion of him just with like 5 beautiful elvish women.
Mal trying to get in Furin's pants. He
That's
wants
gonna
to
come
know
later.
the secret.
So
Anyways,
over
if
an
we're
hour has
done-
obviously passed since you guys have been there. So I would
we're
say it's
done
about
with
you had an
this
hour for your short
measuring
rest, and then
contest.
well, no, because you'd have to know those activities, so that doesn't count as part of your short rest. So I would say about an hour and a half has passed. Since
If we're done with this dick measuring contest between you two, which I will remind you, mine is bigger than either of yours. We
Just
should
'cause
go
he was
to
sleeping
back
with-
to the dragons.
She was sleeping with dragons.
Yeah, yes, that was a thing that happened.
Scaly.
It's not bigger than mine used to be, but that's just hearsay now. So
All right, Danik, are you able to obviously communicate with this sword? Have you tried to reason with it in terms of its targets? Or is it just wanting to attack for the sake of bloodshed?
when I've been able to resist, there has been a dialogue, but I wouldn't call it constructive of any kind. It is, for lack of a better phrase, hell-bent on causing evil whenever evil is possible. When I'm
in your mind you
overtaken
hear the
by it.
voice, "You fool! You still don't understand what I want? If we don't converse, it's because you are far too simple to understand. Your
I've tried.
body will be mine."
when it has overtaken me, there's unfortunately nothing I can do.
And what is it like when he overtakes you?
There's a degree of malice that overcomes me that I've that I haven't carried on my person in quite some time. And almost as soon as the feeling overtakes me, I find myself seeing from the perspective of the sword. Like my essence, my soul has physically left my body, and I'm no longer on the inside of it, and I'm no longer in control of it, and I'm not able to enter negotiations with it.
So it's like a body swap. But
A possession of sorts.
Well, all right, let's see what this book has to say. Worst case scenario, we could always try pulling the soul out of the sword. But obviously I can't do that. That's something we would need an expert for. But if you can try and at least direct the blade into someone other than me, or children, or Tiny, possibly Stevie, but I think she can take it.
Yeah,
We should be good to go.
If
I
we
know his
have,
my name
if
wasn't
there
on
are-
I'm a beast.
if there are
That
any
was
answers,
intentional.
again, that's the sort of rock and hard place that we're in at the moment. If there are any answers to be gained, whether or not there's a way to master it, or if there's a way to rip the soul out of it, or anything along those lines,
I think
it's in
that's
the
why
book
we need
most
the book.
dragons possess. So we either trade this for the knowledge of how to fix this, how to fix me, or we prevent something potentially very bad from happening. If it is true, and simply those two dragons only have a telepathic connection, and that's the most that they gain, then I would agree that perhaps it is a good trade, just for them to have the convenience of speaking to each other in one's minds. However, as you stated earlier, if your fear is that the Lich would be able to control them in any way, once they are paired, then an all-powerful Lich and two dragons is a mighty foe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys do what you want to do. I'm here as your magical advisor, but if things get a bit rocky, I will just leave.
That's
But
fair
if you
enough.
think you can try and sway some direction of the sword, then I am willing to risk it. But I would recommend next time things like this happen to, let someone who's a bit more magically inclined investigate before like putting stuff on or attuning to evil swords and whatnot.
Yeah, Mal.
I have never in my life run across such an object, and now that I have, I can tell you that any such finds that we may come across in the future will be thoroughly investigated by those of you that are more of the arcane nature. I think
We
there
also
are a
need
great many
Pearl.
benefits to having the sword should it be mastered, but I realize it was my folly that allowed it to master me. Don't make the same mistake again.
Let's go to the dragon.
Let's go fuck a dragon, guys.
Okay. So before you go to
Wait,
dragons,
that's my turn.
pee break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to fucking pee.
Yeah, let's take intermission, and we'll return as you guys go back towards the dragon's lair. So intermission. We will be back shortly. And we are back once again.
Stevie fucks dragons.
Yeah, no, they were just giving me shit for fucking dragons. Like they wouldn't also.
Has there
fuck
been
dragons.
multiple? Is it dragons or
It's
dragons?
just the one
Just the
so
one.
far.
Yeah.
We go
What,
by
are you
dragon
talking about?
community
Are you
now.
saying multiple dragons that she's been with? Yeah, it's just the one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a big
So
deal.
far.
I mean, there was a kobold that was their friend for the entire first half of the game that they didn't
He's
realize
dead
was a
now.
dragon. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, I don't think they
Saving
messed
you
her up.
Not. Stevie did
From
not
Lenathon.
sleep with Dobby.
Fucking God, that would be a fucking episode.
No,
Post
no. I mean, if he had
credit
if he had
after
a crush on anyone, it was Fleur because that's who
Right.
he was. Yes.
Attached to.
We're going to a dragon.
All right, so you guys come out from around.
So I have
corner
another
there,
chance.
and you're coming back towards the front of the cave. I need the Draconic speakers, which are Faerun, Tiny, and Stevie, to do a perception check, please.
I know so
Okay.
many languages.
I know a
Oh
lot
my
of them.
god.
Oh my god.
But you don't know Elvish, like one of the most basic.
I
bitch
know
languages?
Sylvan.
I know Sylvan too.
Oh god!
Oh!
What? No, what language? Yeah, I know Sylvan.
Damn.
Because I'm old. I know
Oh!
Sylvan.
God, we all suck.
You guys did
Look at all
great.
these.
Ooh.
Like, we're too busy just talking about. I don't know, dragons.
Y'all are
This was
rolling
a
like I
really-
roll
just-
intelligence saving throws.
Just let me. Just I want to clarify one thing here. Tiny succeeded because I did not make this a high. The DC was 5, guys.
Oh god! Wait, so I succeeded. I succeeded with an at one.
Oh, you have a 6. Yeah, you have a 6 on the net one. You just made it. Yeah.
Hey!
Okay. Yes. Anyway. Just
Impressive.
fucking these rolls. Anyway, so as you guys are coming out around the corner, you're coming to you hear Tiny and Stevie at least. Faerun, you're distracted for whatever reason that you're doing. You're not paying attention
Thinking about
to
dragon
this.
dick.
But you do hear the rumblings of Draconic language as you're walking around, and you hear them speaking to each other. And you hear Ragamanthar, the one that came out of the cave first. Look, brother, they are returning with the crown. Our journey is finally coming to fruition. We shall possess the power of the twin crowns of Mymorin. And then his brother grumbles. Yes, it seems so, doesn't it? And Ragamanthar says, why the gloomy demeanor, brother? We are on the brink of unlocking unimaginable power. The twin crowns will strengthen our bond, our magic, our very essence. We will become unstoppable. And this is just as you guys are rounding the corner. Yes.
Stop. No, that's like Stevie
Oh.
holding her hand up to like stop everyone. Do they continue?
So you're making everyone stop as they continue talking? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure if everyone actually listens to you. I don't know if everyone's listening to you or
Oh.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know to
Um,
listen to mommy.
Yes. So they continue speaking, and you hear Waverendor says, he sighs heavily, and he's like, you know very well why, Ragamanthar. The entire venture is a risk. We cannot afford to let them know our secret. And Ragamanthar says, but they have proven themselves. They've retrieved the crown for us. We made a deal, and we must honor it. They need the book that we possess. We want the crown. Did you guys want to continue or keep listening?
Keep listening.
We want the information.
Honor? Is that all you care about? We've existed for centuries, hidden from the world and for good reason. Our bond, our true nature. It's a secret we've guarded with our lives. We cannot simply hand it over to these strangers. Ragamanthar kind of growls back at his brother. You've always been too cautious, Waverendor. Our bond is our strength, our advantage. With the Twin Crowns, we can transcend the limitations of our kind and ascend to new heights. You hear another grumble from Waverendar. And what of our lives? Our very existence is at stake. Don't you understand? If they learn the truth, they may attempt to sever our bond, to kill us.
Do I get the sense that the secret is in the book? and that's why they
yeah, I think you guys kind of decoded it because the originally it was only the Black Death was Varagamenthar. It was the one dragon in the swamp that everyone feared. The secret is there's two of them. That's why everyone always thought that how could Varagamenthar be in more than one place at a time? People always saw him. Right.
Okay, so that's the secret.
Yeah, so I'm not giving anything
like,
away. That was kind of in the book.
Extra secret in the book.
No. Okay. The secret is that there's two of them.
What
They
if
have
the
this
dragons
bond
are the twins
with each
of
other.
the book, and they've been turned into dragons?
Oh my god. Anyways, so then Stevie kind of like motions for people to continue forward. We're gonna continue.
Varagamenthar speaking in Draconic, just assuming he doesn't know that many people would speak Draconic. He continues on. As he sees you out of the corner of his eye, he turns back and he snarls, "They won't, brother. They've seen us fight, witnessed our power. They know the consequences of crossing us. They fear us."
Stevie like makes sure to like look afraid.
Sure. And as you come around the corner and they both see you, yeah, they both see you in clear sight. Waverendar this time in common yells back, and you can hear his voice trembling with anger, and it's loud. It starts to echo around you. He's saying this purposely because he wants you to hear it as well, and it's in common. "Fear is not enough. These adventurers, I overheard their whispers during the battle with the Kraken. They spoke of killing us, separating us. They would destroy everything we are." And as you guys come around, Varagamenthar looks at you. Oh, Faerun was talking mad shit during the battle about we shouldn't give these guys this crown.
we don't know him.
Was that in or out of character? Who knows?
We don't we'll
sell you the elf.
Varagamenthar just look at you, and his eyes kind of widen, and he pauses, and he's like, "Is this true? Did you truly speak of such treachery?"
He was worried that you guys would not uphold your end of the bargain. And I told him, you guys would give us the book. You guys are dragons of honor.
Waverendar nods. "You see, they speak treachery. They would betray us for their own gain. We cannot trust them!"
I wouldn't.
Varagamenthar sighs.
When did I speak treachery?
"I won't deny your fears, Waverendar, but I refuse to let fear control us. We have a chance at something greater than ourselves, an opportunity to shape our destiny."
Stevie's literally holding the crown in her hand.
Yeah. He says, "Come forth." And he's speaking to you, Stevie, specifically, because you're holding the crown.
Right, so she kind of like gestures for everyone else to like stay back a little bit and goes forward and kind of like holding the crown aloft.
Yeah. As you get closer, Varagamenthar is kind of just laying there like with his claws crossed, and Waverendar is still on the top, and Waverendar, you see, he kind of tenses and he stands up, starts to crane his neck as you get closer. And he's like, "When what if that destiny leads to our destruction? What if these adventurers become our undoing?" Varagamenthar just kind of looks up out of the corner of his eyes at his brother. "I have faith in them, in their integrity. Perhaps it's naive, but I choose to believe that not everyone seeks to exploit or harm us. We cannot let fear drive us apart." The crown.
Like, Stevie kind of like holds it up, and like he can either take it or like she'll put it on his head or whatever.
Yeah, he kind of dips his head down if you want to put it on one of the...
Yeah.
And you put it on.
One of his little spikes.
Yeah, you see his eyes glow, and you also can notice his brother's eyes also glow at the same time. And Waverendar, kind of reluctantly, you hear him. "You've always been the optimistic one, Varagamenthar. Perhaps you may be correct." Varagamenthar turns to you and he looks at you. And he lifts up his one paw, and it is, I keep calling it a paw, his claw. And in it, you see the book, the Principe Antiquus, floating within it, and he reaches it out to you to give it to you.
And she'll grab it.
Rangamathar says, "Thank you. This does not make us friends. Know that
no.
if I see you in our swamp again next time, you will die before you even see us.
Fair enough.
Our deal is at an end. Also know, especially since foolish one over here put on the crown for a moment.
CD glares at Mal.
At this point, should you plan any treachery, should you plan to speak of anything that goes on with us here or what has occurred here, we will know. We will find you, and we will end you."
She literally like just death glare at Mal.
It didn't quite fit me.
Waverinder just growls. He goes, "I hope you're right, brother. I hope this decision doesn't come back to haunt us. Our bond and our unity must always remain our highest priority." And he cranes his neck, he unfurls his wings, and he flies up into the air away from the cave as Rangamathar watches him leave, and then cranes his head back to you. "You may leave."
We should go now. Let's go. Let's go. And
Running
like
animation.
yeah, basically like not running, but like brisk walk. Like
Brisk walk.
animation.
Also, Faerun, I believe we previously agreed that you're to be the one who checks these sorts of things out. So take it, have at it.
have a book.
Keep walking.
Yes.
Ouch.
So
As
it is a
walking.
very it is a very large tome, Faerun. And as you first look at it, it's not in any language; it's an arcane language. So, with some study, you would be able to perhaps figure out or decode some parts.
Comprehend languages.
Well, again, it's not. It's an arcane. It's arcane writing. It's not a language. So you're going to have basically arcane checks that you're going to do to try to uncover certain parts of the book that you need. So at this point, I would say you guys are leaving the swamp, correct? You're leaving, and your ride is up ahead, so you can get on your wyverns and fly back up to Logothkis. So I'll put you guys up here for now. Do I have all of you up here? No, I don't have arcane in there.
Blaggy. Why not goth?
So just for clarification, because it's been like a couple days, like it's been a day, and a day again. Like we've definitely missed the festival for the heroes.
No, it's only it was 3 days. You
3
guys
days.
got there and you left Greenest
And we
on
stayed a night.
right. It's been 24 hours since you left Greenest.
But if it was in 3 days when we arrived there,
3 days
we
from when
left
you
the
arrived.
next day,
You guys got
and
there in
then
the evening. You
we
spent
had
the
a
night in
rest in the
Greenest.
swamp.
I'm the timekeeper. You guys got there. You spent the night in Greenest. You had 3 days after that night. This day, the next day, and the day after. The third day is the festival. So at this point, it's been about 24 hours since you've left Greenest. Because you guys left in the morning.
Right, so
You
count
flew here.
down 48 hours to go.
So you have about 48 hours
Probably like
left.
44.
40. Shut up. 40. 48-hour crime scene investigation. Thanic edition.
So yeah, you go up here. You guys fly up here, and Blago looks at y'all. Did you guys have fun?
Define fun.
You guys almost got killed, didn't you?
I got my
Yeah.
pistol ready.
A time or two, yes.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. And he looks at Thanic again, got with the sword on his back. He's like, you ain't staying up here with me if you got that fucking sword on you. That's all I'm telling you.
I don't have the
Put it
sword on me.
somewhere.
It's in the bag of holding, isn't it?
Oh, you put it back in the bag? Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah, I
thought it was
dropped
still-
it.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
You
Sorry.
think they would have let us
Ignore
go
that.
talk to dragons with that
No.
fucking sword on you? You crazy? Yeah, you goddamn mind. I stabbed the first troll I saw after I got it.
You know.
But yeah, so he's like, all right, so where to? Now at this
Hey,
point, I
did you
will
get the
say,
diamonds
obviously,
yet?
You don't. The gold? Oh, you mean the gold? Okay, I understand.
I just want diamonds. I don't care about the gold.
Just to clarify, you guys really don't know where to go yet. The answers are most likely gonna be in that book, so Faerun's gonna have to work on that to figure out where you guys need to go.
He can walk and read. He can make his first check, yeah.
I would actually be trying to help Faerun with this because he is arcane and talented, not by giving the help action, but by giving him bardic inspiration dice. As I hear.
Why don't you do? Wait. Let me check a spell first, because I know you have this spell, but I'm just like, can it actually help?
You metagamer, checking my spells.
You know, you've used it before in front of me.
Are you talking about enhance ability?
Yeah, I'm like, is there an intelligence version?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's fucking
I have
Possum's
enhanced.
intelligence or some shit like that.
Yeah, I have enhanced abilities
Fox's
too.
cunning apparently is intelligence. Well, an eagle's splendor is charisma, which I think they mix. That sounds wrong. But anyway.
No, fucking eagles are majestic as shit, man.
Yeah,
But they're not
I have it too.
charismatic. Well, there we go. Both of you do it. So I
Tiny
get like
cast
triple
enhance ability.
advantage.
Tiny cast enhance
Does
ability.
that
Bryce
work?
or fucking whatever your name is, Malamos gets bardic inspiration. Advantage plus a D8.
Mal can do everything. Like, he doesn't have to stagger it unless he's being a little bitch about
You
it.
see, I would actually like to use a.
What was
Dissonant
that? What was that
Whispers
head
now.
motion again?
You said dissonant whispers.
Yeah, dissonant whispers now. Goes back this way. No, Mel is honestly trying to help Faerun with this, and in that method, giving him bardic inspiration. I'd burn a spell slot for this.
You're gonna have to tell Tiny what to do.
Tiny, make him smarter. He clearly needs the help.
Okay, so enhance ability.
Minor
make you
illusion, a
smarter.
hole underneath him.
Joke's on you. I use this cantrip all the time. Oh no!
Okay,
Intelligence,
just so you
right?
know,
That's
before you go
fine.
this far, it's going to be a progressive DC check. So your first arcane check is going to be a DC 10, Faerun.
Well, let's make fucking sure.
Wouldn't it
that
technically
that
get
is-
easier? Oh, no. Imagine if I failed this.
The
enhance ability
I know,
lasts for how long?
I know
An
people
hour.
like the regressive ones because it gets easier as you go along. But if you fail the first one, you're done. That's why I don't like those regressive ones. So
I mean, done
I'll still
for
give him a
today.
bardic inspiration though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him enhance
right.
ability.
Also,
which lasts an
as
hour.
it goes on, the way I do it, when you have progressive skill checks, as it goes on, it starts to become how long it takes you to figure it out. Like the
Fair.
first one is initially just to be able to crack kind of a Rosetta Stone to start to understand the arcane language, and then it becomes time stuff and stuff later, and accuracy.
All right. So which check is it? Arcana?
Arcane. Arcana check.
Advantage with a D8.
I know it's confusing. You call yourself arcane. Yes, Arcana check.
You did it before
Arcane, do an
D&D
Arcana
existed.
check.
All right, come on.
With your arcane grimoire.
Oh my lord.
Nice.
I rolled a one and a
one
two.
and a 2 on the die. Thank fuck for both of you.
So
No, but
the
like,
advantage.
even
Were you
my-
using the bonuses you got to roll advantage?
That's the enhance ability.
Yeah. So the D8's already
Okay.
in there.
Gotcha. I didn't know if you wanted to save that for the harder.
It would have been a
DC.
10 without the D8 anyway. So without the bardic inspiration, I would have made it.
Yeah.
With the
Enhance
10,
ability
so-
lasts for an hour.
All right, speed reading time.
I got
Well,
four
I mean,
bonuses
with the
right there.
17, you start to look over it and you refer to your notes.
Oh, we lost
some other.
we lost London.
Oh, their whole entire shit went down.
What?
What
do we-
I still see them.
Oh, you see him?
Who? What happened?
Yeah. I
Oh,
see
they
you
must not
too,
hear
guys.
us.
Okay.
All right,
I
now
see
you're
Lunga.
back.
I see Lunga. I don't see. I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, no, nothing went down here. It just must be VDO.
We see everybody.
Who sees me and hears me?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
so you guys all hear me, but you guys don't hear Marie.
I've got
No,
everyone.
I do.
Yeah, can you hear
Okay,
me?
right,
so everybody's
Like,
here?
you
We're
dropped
all
for
here?
like 2 seconds.
I can see everyone.
Okay, so we're all here then.
Lose.
Okay.
What?
Thanik, I do not hear you. There he goes.
I
Okay.
don't think it
Nice,
was-
nice, nice,
He was just
nice
being a
joke there,
dickhead.
asshole. Anyway.
I thought you were gonna be louder, damn it, because you have no kids.
Considering that was a legit problem we've had with Dylan before, where he's
No, he's been fucking saving that one for a while.
all right. So yeah, you kind of go through your notes and of more ancient studies that you've done in your wizarding ways in the past, and you were able to find one ancient notebook that had similar runes. So you're able to kind of crack the code a little bit, not entirely like you can read the whole book front to cover, but you're able to get kind of a gist of things. So you do kind of crack that thing. It only takes you about an hour or so to figure that out. So that cracks. So yeah, sorry, your enhance ability is gone at that point because an hour would have passed. But you are able to understand in it, and what you one of the things you do pick up right off the bat is the word. Was it called that back then? I don't remember.
Penis.
This was before.
Before
Okay,
penis?
so no. So what you do pick up immediately is wherever you need to go is in the region of the ancient Netherese land. So what would be the desert of Anorak now? So it's somewhere around there. And since you guys were in the Mirror to Deadman, which is on the coast, you do know that you have to at least are going to be traveling east to get all the way to the desert of Anorak, somewhere in that area. So you can't tell Blogothus to head in that direction while you study more.
The desert of Anorak seems like our next destination.
Oh. Lovely.
Netherese territory.
Well, there's anybody who can get you there, it's me.
Blogothus looks at you guys. He's like, "Oh, so we're headed east then. All right." And you all like, get unsteady as he makes a fucking U-turn in this giant citadel, and he goes. He doesn't move. Obviously, he's standing steady as he turns the fucking thing. East it is. Oh, and he takes off, going east. And he's like, "So anywhere around Anorak, we're probably looking at about a good 8 hours of flight to get in that region. So it's gonna take a little while to get out there."
Tenny's holding on to Mel so she doesn't go flying around.
You know, sometimes I forget we're on a
Now
flying
flicks his
castle.
forehead.
As you can see out the front, because the window's open, it's like the windshield. You can see as you guys are flying. All right, so you guys are headed that way. And Faerun, you can continue studying, and you can do another Arcana check. This one is going to be a DC 12.
Mel is gonna just the entire time he's there assisting him. Again, Bardic Inspiration. This time I'll use Enhance ability on him, using one of my spell slots. So he has advantage on Intelligence. Still concentrating. And features Bardic Inspiration.
Woo!
That's
24. Okay, so you're reading through the book. You get through you find the correct sections that you need in the Principia Antiguus that deal with this, which you realize is a soul pressing spell. It's to press a soul into an item, which makes the item sentient. So you do get an understanding that obviously the sword is completely sentient, that Hazirawn's soul is pressed into this sword. So it's not necessarily a curse. It's that this sword is literally Hazirawn. And what you can glean from it and from the pages that Thanik gave you is something went wrong during the spell. The runes were disturbed on the ground. So where Hazirawn's was supposed to be, although the sword was supposed to be sentient, he was supposed to be dormant as far as his emotions, as far as his feelings. It was just supposed to be sentient, not have these feelings of self, if you will, like who he was prior to being in the sword. And that is what's caused this major problem. You've also learned that the passphrase that the wizard spoke about in the pages that are laid out in this Principe Antiquus, that like Thanik did tell you they needed to be spoken prior to attuning to the sword. And because of the mistake that happened during it, that's why there is now this link and bond between Thanik and Hazirawn. That's why they can't be separated by any conventional means or by any normal magical means. The sword will always find its way back into its hands. And what basically is happening here is that Hazirawn is trying to release himself from the sword, take over Thanik, and replace Thanik in the sword, so he can escape this prison, so to speak, and come back again and be Hazirawn. You do see that there is a way to reverse it. And that's as far as you've gotten in this hour or so of trying to decode the book.
Sorry, a way to reverse, I guess, the connection between Thanik and Hazirawn, or a way to reverse the process entirely?
The entire
of the soul
spell,
being
the
expelled?
entire spell, the pressing of the soul
Yep.
into the sword. Because the book itself is prior to the mistake in the pages, so the book doesn't lay out the mistake that happened, because that happened. It just tells you how the spell works and if there's a way to reverse it.
All right.
See, I'm not as dumb as you thought I am. I'm helping.
Through magical means, you're not actually like using your brain.
No, that's how Mal's using his bardic inspiration. He's pointing out the things you miss.
Sure, buddy.
Hey, my bardic inspiration, my choice of flavor. Same result.
So there may be a way to reverse the entire process of having Hazirawn in the sword.
Yes.
So we should look into that. Hopefully get him to fuck out of there and then have a hopefully still powerful sword. Or at least do it correctly and make him dormant so he's just not taken over. But anyway,
Perhaps that
I
even
guess
means that it's not just simply a safe word. Perhaps there's a more arcane way to ensure with the success of this spell, as you've spoken of, that there's no need for a safe phrase or passphrase in order to calm him.
I believe the phrase was because of the error in the original spell. But anyway, that doesn't matter anymore because you're already attuned to it, so yeah, the phrase means nothing.
Well, for now, hopefully your research continues to prove fruitful.
Let's just hope the dragons don't do anything drastic while we're looking into this.
Stevie's rebraiding Wagotha's hair.
You are so good at this. I'm enjoying it. He's still flying, by the way, while you're doing it. So he is quite tall, and I know you're tall, but you're not tall enough to reach it.
So I'm
you
on
have to
like a
have-
step stool or something.
You got like a step stool, so your 4 horse legs are on a step stool. Well, it's a giant's room.
Or
so the
like
step
a
stool will be pretty big.
platform, some sort. Like
It's a giant.
What's
It's a
the
giant's
table?
room. It's a giant's room.
Okay.
The stools are quite
Large.
big. Yes.
But
So yes,
they're
that
large
would
feet.
that would work. So So I'm reading this here. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the place where it was at, and I wrote it in here, and I can't seem to find this. Let me see.
Do.
You know, you guys can
Sponsored by-
RP while I'm doing this.
No, we're gonna make it awkward sounds as we all stare.
Yeah.
at you.
No, I heard that when like instead of what you like do, I heard do.
That's what I heard too.
Copyright claim. The whole channel's gone. We're fucked. You guys just hear Mal and Faerun just bickering over what transcriptions mean.
He's just having a ball, like brushing
Whoa!
out.
I thought you were just braiding his hair.
In the meantime, Thanik has read the pages, and Faerun has read the pages. No one else has. Faerun, you did see the citadel that this occurred on. One of the ancient Netherese flying citadels was named Monotter, like Amonotter without the A. It's also known as was also known as Sunrest. So you do know the name of the place. You personally don't know what happened to it. But if you speak about it with anyone else, or if anyone else wants to do kind of a history or try to remember anything about it, that can also be discussed as well.
Mama.
Banana.
I'm like looking at my map and I'm like,
Yeah.
No, does Faerun talk out loud at all?
well, I mean, everyone has access to the journal, but yeah, I'll be like,
Did you lay it out
It's
for
referenced.
everybody? Because up until now,
Lay it
no one's
out.
had it.
oh, they
Well, Thanik has
children?
held it. He has not showed it to
Oh.
anyone except handing it to you. So no one's actually read these pages.
All right, fair enough. Then yeah, I'll give them to Mal. Might make yourself useful. Have a read of this, or
You
anyone
are
else that
such a
has
fucking
the ability
asshole.
to read.
No, is that the name of the tower said out loud?
It was one of their flying Netherese enclaves. One of their flying citadels was named Monotter.
Okay.
And Mal will try to make a history check too if he's able to.
If this is said out loud, Stevie would also try to make a history check. She's been around a long time. She's 11 years old.
Mal literally just starts singing "Mana Mana." Dun, 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 dun.
Oh God, Stevie's not better.
And you're singing along with him. Dun, 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 mana, mana,
Mel,
dun, 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 dun.
my
What
head
about
now.
the giant? Maybe
Tiny.
the giant's heard of it.
Tiny is just looking at her her books and looking at her spell books, and she's totally zoned out. She hasn't been around very long at all. She's only like
Thanik
18.
can try, because Thanik does have a fascination with Netherese history, considering what happened to his people. So,
Indeed. And I have proficiency in history.
and there is a track record of Thanik doing history checks of stuff throughout the game. So,
Just a regular roll.
mm-hmm.
Six.
History check. Dun, 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 dun.
Can I do a history check? Maybe
No, at
it's
this
somewhere in
point,
the
you're
back
all
of my
singing it,
mind.
okay? And Bulgathis kind of turns his head. He's like, "What the hell are you guys singing?"
I'd even be singing along with them.
Is anyone going to answer the giant?
It's
Mornita?
this.
We're going to
It's,
a
the song,
town.
it's the song Malamos taught us on the road. It's quite silly, but very catchy.
Here, I'll add some extra tings to it as I throw fucking pebble. What's the name of this tower again? Let's go there.
It's Mornita.
Yeah.
I
Go to
believe.
Monita.
All it says in the
Monita.
journal is it was a laboratory.
It's an
My
ancient
only- my
Netherese
only- my only DM
enclave,
question.
flying citadel from long time ago.
He turns around again, starts flying the ship.
My only question is because it has to deal with the Netherese, would I have, for any reason, advantage on the roll? Since it's like the main thing. If not,
You know what?
totally fine.
Rule of cool. Let's do it. Go ahead. Roll one more time. We'll give you
All right.
advantage on it.
It's going to be less. No, it's not.
Aha!
Oh,
So you started singing with them, right?
And, right
And
around
as
the
you
time
keep
that I got to the
repeating it,
tunes-
as you keep repeating it over and over again, it starts to go mana to manater, and you remember
That's so fucking stupid, but I love it.
and you remember the god Amanater, and Manater, and then suddenly, ting! A little light bulb pops up
A little
over
pebble
your head.
digs in the fucking plate armor, and it's like a light bulb.
Yeah. Exactly. So you do remember hearing of Manater. You remember it was also called Sunrest, and it was a flying Netherese enclave during the golden age of Netheril. And you do know that it disintegrated almost 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago, in an accident that was caused by spells going awry and stuff like that. And when you remember reading those journals, it kind of fit in because what disrupted this spell was obviously something happening that caused it to lurch when this was happening. And your remembrance of history, you know that this led to the Enclave's destruction, which was called the Sunrest Sunshock. It was like a meteor swarm that basically destroyed the citadel. And you know it crashed in the mountain ranges of the Great Peak Mountains over what is now known as the Decanter Mines.
Okay. I relay all that to my brains. I wonder. Pull up a map real quick. I wonder how far that is from where I grew up.
The Great Peak Mountains are just at the south. They're at the west corner of the Anorak Desert.
Not close. So cool beans. So yeah, I relay that to everybody. Malamos, something about your song reminded me, and then regurgitate what Lungus said. If we're this will shorten our timeline as we're coming from the coast. The Anorak is a very large desert, and while the Netherese spanned, depending on which era of history you're referencing, anywhere from some of it to most of it. Specifically, if we can make our way to the Grey Peak Mountains, that is believed to be where Sunrest lies now.
I told you guys I'm useful.
In probably the
debatable.
strangest ways, but yes, indeed useful.
Blagakas looks over his shoulder.
Decanter Mines, you said?
Yes, in the Grey Peak Mountains.
I know exactly where that's at. So is that where you guys are going? You want to go to the mines? That place is...
Hmm?
A lot of people don't like going there. It's kind of
Save us a lot of searching, if I'm right.
bad stuff that goes on.
But yeah, I can take your...
Why don't people like going there? What?
It just...
you know?
what do I mean, it's just some... the dwarves were there for a while. But, it's just not... Just bad juju has come out of there. No one's really explained why, but... It's fallen to ruins many times. It's just... every time someone tries to do anything there, it never seems to work out, and... It's kind of been abandoned for a while now.
Sounds like a lovely place. Let's go fuck shit up.
Very specific. Thank you for that.
No one said Blagotkas was a history major.
Well, he's old, so we thought he knew stuff.
Making our way downtown in a flying castle. It's fast to the desert.
Kind of looks over and he's like, "Look at me. You think I can fit in a fucking mine? I don't know what the fuck happened down there. All right, I'm a cloud fucking giant. Cloud, not stone. Don't go in mines. Don't try to squeeze my ass into these little fucking caverns. I don't know what the fuck was going down there. All I know is some dwarves left that place, said fucking bad juju. That's all I know."
Let's go there. Sounds great.
All right. So he continues on. Well, we're going in the right direction anyway. So he's keeps continuing flying. So I guess we could do now another Arcana check.
Tiny will do enhance ability on him this time.
Yep. And another bardic inspiration die as I throw my arm over my study buddy.
This is a DC 16. You're muted. Holy shit!
30.
It's a dirty
30.
That motherfucker finishes that book with time to spare.
I will say that the time, I mean, it still takes them quite a bit, because then you guys got nothing to do for hours, but it still takes him quite a bit to go through this as he's taking notes. It takes him about another 4 hours as he continues to pour over all of this. Still well within time. You still got about 2 hours before you guys arrive in Decanter. But as you go through it, you start to notice some very disturbing information on what needs to be done to remove this. You do know that it wasn't just magic, that it was also divine. So the blessings that were done in order for this to occur came from Almanatar, who is, as far as everyone knows, no longer a god that's really in existence. There are still people that do pray to him and worship Almanatar, but since the fall of Nethril, he has not really held sway in the pantheon of gods. So that hurts immediately, because the god may or may not answer the divine calls for what needs to be done. You do read that there was a special table that was designed for this spell, and that table has to be the one that's used to perform this spell. And you have to do it similarly in the same way that it was done, just in reverse. You are able, especially with 30, you completely learn the spell. So you know you are able to cast it. And you know that what is required to do it when you get down there. That he has to be on the table. That the sword has to be plunged in a sacrifice victim's body, coated in his blood before put into the table. And that victim has to die from it. It can't just be a stab someone with it. You also
But
learn.
if it's in reverse, what if we bring someone back?
Well, what you're reversing is you're releasing the spirit from the sword.
Yeah, I know. That was just being. Yeah, whatever.
Right, and you know the spell will reverse whatever is in the sword at that time. So you got to make sure that the timing's right, because it has to be done. It can't be. Hazirawn can't take control of Thanic's body when the spell is happening.
Or we lose Thanalan.
Thanic instead, yeah. And then Hazirawn will be in the body.
I'm sure that's going to go swimmingly.
This is sad. I want to see what happens if we do it at the wrong time. Like, I just want to see Thanic play the fucking Hazirawn as their new party member.
Now, the table is a problem because this was done 4,000 years ago in this flying citadel. But you do know that the citadel, after Thanic figured out, crashed into Decanter. So perhaps if you go there, you may find remnants of what was once there. But you don't know exactly where it is or where it's going to be.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Danik, to reverse this effect, we will need to spill blood of an innocent permanently.
Doesn't have to be an
I'll
innocent.
bring it back.
Just someone. No one said it has to be an
Anyone,
innocent.
I guess
Are there still some cultists?
everyone's innocent.
Right.
I said it's
around
a
on this
sacrifice. I didn't say it was a.
Surely there's still cultists on this damn castle. I'll grapple one and we'll just take it with us.
Why not
Was
let
it
me
like
continue?
4,000 years
Less
ago?
work.
Anyway, so we need to find someone to kill, which I'm sure none of you have an issue with that, from what I've noticed. But also we need a special table, we need a blessing from a god. Tiny, I don't suppose your god cares about Thanik.
She cares about
Specifically,
me.
Aminator, not just any god.
Just him?
Dude, I love
Sure.
ours.
I've seen you've spoken of as, of course, you were talking your way through what you read, and we all heard exactly what it is that you read. I visited a temple of Aminator in I don't remember the city, but it wasn't anywhere near the Netheril. I don't know if no one has heard from him in recent times simply because he's just not as strongly worshipped, or if he's not been directly addressed in the same way, or if it's simply a sort of Netherese legend from the area. But there are temples. Again, I've visited one just in our travels following the cult, so perhaps it won't be as difficult as what is feared if there is enough support and faith in him that temples are spread, albeit sparsely, across the land. Fingers crossed, anyway.
Well, if we get the table, get a sacrifice, go to this temple, perhaps we can appeal to him. And who knows? I mean, we could always find someone that maybe still worships him, but I feel like that's just an extra step that would take too long. Perhaps we can just appeal to him for funsies.
I mean, the only thing that's up in the air is if we know the region that we're looking in, then the only thing that's up in the air is whether or not there will be anyone there. If it is empty, then we are down a sacrifice, and we are also down someone who is.
We can just pick one up on the way.
That's what I'm saying. The sacrifice
there-
seems the most easily solved. There are cultists still on this castle, but
Yeah.
even if we were to take one with us, if it seems like the difficult part would be appealing to a god when we're not necessarily attuned to do so. I would be more than willing to attempt, as I believe I remember saying a small prayer at that temple, so perhaps he is aware of my existence, but
I mean, I could attempt to pray and.
Are you sure you want to risk praying to a different god to what you usually do, and maybe
Hey, Tiny,
affect
who
your
is your god? We never
current
talked about that,
powers?
actually.
Pretty sure you picked one when you made the character.
I've always wanted to ask, what is your holy symbol? Like, what is it? You always just say my holy item. You never describe it.
It's a blue.
It's Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
yeah.
No.
Not that.
We did. I mean, because I remember, I
Wow.
remember going over it with you when you were creating the character, and I gave you the names of some. I just don't think you ever wrote it down.
No,
It's
I
called the
think
Traveler God, even.
yeah, I think I always just go by backgrounds. I never go by gods like light, darkness.
Well, I mean, this is a
Yeah.
D&D Forgotten Realms module, so there's a set pantheon of gods.
Yeah, I don't think I did that far.
But from the Feywilds, maybe she worships Titania.
Yeah, I mean, considering the way you are as a fairy, I'm assuming perhaps it could be a fae god or goddess.
Like an
Mhm.
archfey or something, maybe.
I'll have to look
She
into that.
secretly
But
has
anyway.
just kept Thanik the entire time.
I think our best bet is find the table, steal the table, find this altar of the god, find the sacrifice. We all just sell our souls to this god, or just get Thanik to do it. Or maybe there's people still casually worshipping there, and we persuade them to help. If this laboratory has fallen down 4,000 years ago, it's probably being raided, or maybe squalors squatting inside, and we could just take one of them if they're shit people.
I mean, a lot of it, I think, depends on where this sort of bad juju comes from that Blagoftis has talked about. Perhaps it's because there are people there doing bad things. Perhaps it's because gods are present and close to Earth in this, or close to the material plane and in this realm. It's difficult to say now, but again, really, if we can manufacture the sacrifice prior to, then we've solved one of our two problems, and we deal with the other once we arrive.
Yeah. First thing, we need to see if the table still exists. Otherwise, the ritual can't be complete.
Mm.
Yeah.
Find the table, kill a man, convince a
Gotta
god.
kill him during the ritual, not before. Otherwise, it won't count.
Kill
I
two
feel like
guys.
You know how it
Yeah, I would say
That's what went on
since
their
you guys have
mouths,
kind of been
was find
floating
the
it.
table, kill a man, convince a god in like the difficulty
Yeah.
scale.
Or a
so,
woman. Let's not be sexist here.
Just to-
find a table, kill a person, convince a god.
Yeah, to have a little clarification, like you can't kill someone like 5 hours ahead of time and walk in with the dirty sword and think it's going to work. You got to do someone there while you're doing it. But like they
Sure.
mentioned, there's still
If
all
you
those
can't find a
cultists
sacrifice,
kind of hiding and
Still
imprisoned
boys.
in that room in the Citadel here. So in Skyreach, there's still
Yeah, just
Cultist.
knock them unconscious. It's no problem. We can bring someone with us.
Who's okay with killing a person?
as we've all learned, we all have rope that we never use. You might as well tie
Fucking
someone up with it.
psychopaths.
We attempt to use it. It's just sometimes
Like
Goliath's
you
fall
would
off walls.
care.
I actually have a conscience. I only kill people with words, not weapons.
But they still
So
die.
if we
What's
let
the
you
difference?
insult them to death, it would be fine?
Also, based on our previous actions and our general preconceived notions about the cult, anybody that's currently locked in a cell deserves to die for at least one reason. So, as far as a moral quandary, seems very simple.
I'm sorry. just
I
have the
will say
best
this:
image
like
in my
the
head.
sacrifice needs to have their blood spill, not just
Sure.
die of embarrassment.
Dude, I'm just imagining like trying to sacrifice. You suck a dick. Your mom doesn't love you. Just like insulted and do
Just, like,
slowly.
vicious
Kills
mockery
it with vicious mockery.
until they
You
die.
fuck! There's no one else here for miles!
Sounds like we got a plan.
Right? Well, someone, I suppose
Stop.
it could be me. Go grab this cultist. Probably safer if it's not near me. Just for, reasons. I tend to stab things whenever I don't want to.
Let's grab like 3, maybe.
Oh, but the most important thing that I forgot to say is, Thanik, you need to be in control, not the sword, when this happens. Otherwise, we lose you and gain fuckface.
a Hazirawn.
Oh,
That's what I
Ozzy.
said.
Fuckface is a good name for him.
I will do my best to prepare my mind for what is to come, but again, it's a difficult task in its own right.
Have we had at least a short rest while
Oh, it's
Faerun
been
has been-
about 6 hours since you guys got on here.
So Mal, you get a
So-
short rest, you get your bardic
yeah, you could have
inspirations
taken.
back.
Yeah, you could have done that.
I think it's going to take
Uh,
us
well,
longer than a day. To...
It's been 6 hours since you guys got on there. The thing that you guys did just happened now. So anything that you guys did to aid him in this last check just happened. But the second check and the first check, anything that happened since then, could have been taken care of a long rest. But there's still about another 2 hours before you guys reach Decanter. So
I was saying short rest. Mal gets his bardic inspirations back on a short rest.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me how to bard. I bard better than you know. You may be a bard, man, but you have not accomplished the bullshit Mal has. And
Yeah.
Mal isn't even fully min-maxed. There's shit I could have done way worse with this.
I'm gonna murder you.
You can certainly try.
You would succeed.
all right.
Thank you, Arcane, for believing in me.
Me
Did you
personally,
want
or
to?
Mal? Mal's-
It's 11:30. Did you want to stop here, or did you want to go to? Well, it's about 25 minutes. I don't know if you guys want to go to midnight, 1:00 Eastern. It's up to you guys.
Well, here's a
Because
question.
you can kind of enter the next area and start going if that's what you want to do.
So here's my question. With all the time that's elapsed, because we left at like 8 in the morning, roughly.
Yeah.
It's been 6 hours. It's going to be 8 hours by the time I get there. So it's going to be about 4 o'clock.
Right.
Okay. So not bedtime yet. Which, by the way, because it's gonna take us about an hour, 2 hours to get there, right?
Yeah.
I am gonna obviously I'm gonna get my short rest on then.
Yep.
I assume aid has ended by now.
Yeah, 8's done.
Yeah. Yeah. So any concentrations you guys have and stuff, you can get rid of, shut off and take down.
Okay, and Song of Rest, so I get that D6 as well.
Thanik missed, so I'm fine on HP.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's always nice when you roll low sometimes. Took
I just
me
want everyone to
7
remember-
intelligence saving throws to fix that. But
I just want everyone to remember that Thanik tried to hit me and didn't, and I hit
Twice.
Thanik.
here's the thing:
No,
if you
I
talk,
hit
if
him
you
and then
talk,
grappled him.
if you talk the talk, eventually you're gonna
He
have
missed
to
you
walk
twice.
the walk. And
Oh,
unfortunately, walking
Yeah.
the walk against Thanak usually hurts, especially when Hazirawn's around. So just
Bring
like,
it! I have
like
more
I
HP
appreciate
than
you.
you.
Be happy, be proud. Simmer the fuck down just a little bit, so that next time I don't accidentally nat 20.
So as
I
it gets to late afternoon, looking out the window
We have the same
look.
HP actually.
of Blagathkas's Skyreach, you see the mountains in the distance as you approach. As you get closer, you see one peak that's kind of higher, the Great Peak Mountains. As you get closer, you notice that the top seems oddly shaped. It doesn't seem like the peak of a mountain. And as you get closer still, you notice that the reason why is it seemed like another piece of land or mountain is on top of this mountain. As you get closer still, you can kind of make out the ruins of what was on this. And you start to realize that this is Monauter that crashed into the Great Peak Mountains as it fell. There were what's left of it from 4,000 years ago. You do see that as you get closer still too, that when it crashed, it did create kind of a hole at the top. So stuff from it kind of must have fallen in into the mountain and the caverns within as well. As you get near, Blagathka says, "All right, this is about as close as I can get you guys. Almost pretty much straight down from here is the main entrance of the mines. If you take the wyverns, you just kind of circle down straight. You'll find an entrance that will get you right into the mines. Once you get in there, that's about all I can do for you. I don't know where else anything is. I'll stay up here waiting for you." And he also reaches out a hand, and he hands Stevie, since you were doing his hair and stuff, he hands you a sending stone. And he's like, "I don't know where you guys will be, or where you're exiting from, or what's going on, but you can call me with this when you guys are getting out."
Thanks, Blaggy.
New stone, who it is?
I'm gonna add sending stone to my inventory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you up?
Oh, do not sit here and booty call.
WYD.
Yeah. Fucking got him. He was drinking. That was the goal there.
You up? What up, though? You up?
Hey, Blaggy, you up?
I mean, Stevie would. Just saying.
I'm big.
I
Can we
think
talk about how
this is...
Stevie's just as thirsty as Mal? Let's be honest here, guys.
I feel like more, because it comes up more often.
It really
I
does.
because
Actually.
y'all just give me shit about fucking a dragon, okay? It's y'all's fault.
You could fucking,
I
you
feel
know,
like
not
you
play
bring
with
it
our
up
jokes
just
and just
as
fucking
much.
do your character how you want to, but no.
But it's like yes and improv, okay? It's a tenet of improv. You yes and. You take what they give you and run with it.
Hey, let's jump into a cave, guys. This sounds fun.
Or just like start next week fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling that too.
I'm down
You wanna
for
do that?
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
All right. We can do that. We can do
I
that.
went down a Nirvana rabbit hole. and now I just have Nirvana in my brain.
Come
Love
as
Nirvana.
you are.
Well, I'm
How
glad
do
I
you
didn't
know
open the
that's
next
what's
map.
playing on my Spotify
Was
right
that the one?
now?
Because I'm a fucking psycho. Psychic. Same thing.
Psycho. I like that better. If it's
Psychic,
humor.
psycho, same
The
thing.
question is, did I hit the lyrics at the right time?
Just about.
Fuck yeah!
Like it was slightly off, but almost.
Who needs I'm an otter when you have Bryce?
Yeah, stalker instead.
It's all those cameras he has in my house.
Yeah. Bryce the stalker.
All right. Well, I'm glad I didn't open the next map yet, but that's fine. It's cool. All right. So, yeah, we'll continue this next Friday.
Yay.
So this could be winding down. This is the last chapter of Hazirawn. So you guys could get it done next
Spoilers.
Friday, or maybe two sessions. It's not spoilers. It's just to let you know when Rise could be starting. It's kind of need to know that. But yeah, so depending on how you guys do things, it could be 1 or 2 sessions left.
Could even be a TPK.
Yeah.
Well, that could happen too, yeah. But either way, it's still 1 or
That
2
can
sessions
always
left, and then we're
happen.
starting Rise of Tiamat with 5 new characters. But anyway,
Mine's ready
That would be
regardless.
That can happen.
embarrassing.
Wait, was I supposed to make a new character?
no,
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
to.
You can keep tiny. You can keep tiny if you want to.
You always need a backup character though, just in case.
I mean, I have sparkles.
I know. Well, yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to make a new character. You can. Everyone is welcome to keep their current characters and continue on. Or if you want to switch it up and you want to do something different, that's fine too. It's up to you guys. However you want to do it. I would like at least one of
I
y'all.
think I'll make a bard called Mole.
You can certainly try. You can't play a bard like I can. I know that.
Jesus.
Dude, I have sparkles. I have sparkles as my backup character.
I can't play anybody that's close to Thanak because it's already become canon that he is the last. So it will be
Yes.
somebody completely new by me, which means a brand new voice, and I'm probably gonna go super fucking high pitched.
Hey guys, this is
That was
Timmy.
painful.
I have such a sore throat right now. I can't even do it.
Guys, this is Thanic's cousin.
If anybody wants to hear the sound of what like a crackhead homeless person doing an impression of Barbie sounds like, I can do it. But my high voice.
Hi.
always bring back Dobby. Dobby can always come back. You know, is
There
that
you
a problem?
go.
Dobby
I'll be
can always come
Dobby.
back
I'll
and-
be Dobby, and that'll just be the surviving fucking thing of Dobby.
Oh, man.
Oh, I
Look,
miss
you've
some
already
of the
got a
interactions.
built-in second character. Hazirawn.
When they were investigating the camp of the cult, Thanik and Dobby stayed at the top for like the entire day while everyone else was down there. And the interactions between them two while they were just chilling up there, they became buds. And they were like going back and forth.
Yep.
And then Thanik said
His
something stupid, made
feet
Dobby
kicking
cry,
off
and
the
then
edge of the cliff, like, when I was a child.
while shenanigans were happening down there, they were just up there. Well, anyway, how's your day going? But yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah, that's where we're at. Are you guys enjoying this little interlude chapter then before we get to Rise?
Absolutely hate it. There's not enough death.
I just told you have to
kill
sacrifice
more
someone, Mal.
We killed so many snake people. And
By
a
the way,
crocodile.
before we leave, let's make sure we grab a cultist or two.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We don't.
I
specify
assumed
we're
that was
down there.
happening. Yeah.
Long
But
enough,
obviously,
you guys did
people
say
don't
it.
play
You got to kill one of each other now.
No, I did hear you say that you were taking one, so I was under the assumption that was occurring. So
Okay, cool.
No, we get down there on the wyverns and like, damn it, we forgot a cultist.
Right.
I'm glad you guys remember the cultists were on there,
Yep.
because that would have been interesting.
Or we find the table, we get to the altar, and we figure it out. So it's like, fuck, we have to trek back.
Everyone look at each other. So
Just-
which one of
it's
y'all
not
we
even-
killing
It's
for
not
this?
even tie them up. It's not even tie them up. Just
One-
find like a little kobold cultist, and then like strap them to Thanak's back, fucking spread eagled. They're not going anywhere.
A little front carrier, like you put your child in.
Are you gonna be that evil? 'Cause
Yeah,
I need to clarify again the roles of the creatures that were on Skyreach. The kobolds were like the servants. All they were doing was running around.
Yeah, no,
Being
a
servants.
legit cultist is who we're grabbing.
Yeah.
The spread
not-
eagle with like the wrists like just barely over his shoulders, and the feet like wrapped around his waist just a little bit. Yeah, still works.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad. and I feel confident enough that this, because like I said, once we were doing a sword and a Goliath, I'm like, fuck, this cannot sound like fucking Craven's Edge, and so I think this is far enough away that it is more unique and is not like Craven's Edge. So I think we're okay.
There's dragons.
Until all of a sudden, there's that last voice module. Call me Craven. Oh, no, call me Craven. It's like,
Right,
But I mean, Craven's Edge was kind of simple. It was just a curse, and it just wanted blood. It just wanted blood, more blood, more blood, more blood, more blood, and it forced Grog to be bloodthirsty, to be basically a berserker. That's all. That's all it did to him. This is a little more battle of wills, if you will, between two entities.
I mean, I read the stat block for Craven Edge because there's one that exists out there. That thing was kind of nuts. That's a doctor.
So we can end this here. So thank you for joining us again. We will be back
made his feelings known.
Tuesday with another Souls of Magic. Dawn will be coming back on Tuesday. I am going to be doing some more uploads. I do have a video that I'm almost done editing about Candela Obscura, which premiered last night, which I really enjoyed, and I think is a really cool system of play and a really cool setting. I love that. I mean, my comic books were like Lovecraftian kind of. It really has that turn of the century Lovecraftian, occult horror, steampunky, all kind of feel all rolled into one. So it's a really cool setting as well. So I'm going to be dropping a video for that tomorrow as well. So remember to hit the like button, subscribe button, all that other good shit, and we will see you next time. And until then, so say we all.
Say we all.